Boy, so ill prepared. It's so unreal. It's so unreasonable. Okay, here we go. Pink Lady's tea. Just happen to be watching some of my The adjustment is so real and it's so fair. It's so unreasonable. The damn skeets is out. Y'all know I'm used to. I haven't been doing lives because I haven't been doing my drag race review from the House of Pink over here. But hey Timothy Smart. Hey Isaac. Oh, but I watched. That's why I said until tomorrow to do the. I will do the review official. Don't you worry. I will do the review official. Hey Renard. I will definitely do the review official. But it was so good, you guys. It was so good. I couldn't just. I'm trying to explain it to my mother, and she's literally like, "Hey, Sierra." You know, it has been a minute, but I'm trying to explain to my mother like how good it is, and I was like, "And they got untucked," and she is literally looking at me like, you know, when you're you see a mother and their 5-year-old is trying to explain to them something, they're just like, "Mm-hmm." And my mother was kind of giving me that look like she has no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like, "It's so good, Mom. It's so good." It's so good. I came outside to talk to y'all because A, it was so good, and B, I was beasting for a cigarette because, you know, usually I'm just at home smoking my life away while I'm watching it. Yes, it is still a very humid 71 degrees already this time of night, and it's supposed to go to 90. Bitch, I ain't ready. But anyway, oh my God. This All Stars was so good. Ooh, it was so good. Yes, I did watch it on the big TV. And Untucked. It was so good. Okay, Untucked wasn't all that, but I mean, Untucked is never going to be all that on the first episode. Like, where is the drama for it to be that? Um, I will tell y'all something right now, though. I was not feeling Evie Oddly being the first lip sync assassin. I wasn't. I didn't think that she should have been the first lip sync assassin. I'm like, oh wow, you brought the last winner back. I mean, at the time, it was the last winner. All Stars was great, y'all. I ain't even gonna front. Now, of course, you know, I was a little irritated. She was a little irritated because she was a wee bit irritated by it was the Work the World Tour talent show. Bitch, it's a talent show every All Stars. Cut it out. Cut it out with all the branding. Bitch, we know and we know and we know. Okay? We know and we know and we know. And ain't nobody rushing to get to goddamn Vegas but the gamblers. Okay? We know and we know and we know. But other than that, um, okay, some thoughts. First of all, Hans, Bueller. Who, if I do this, will it do it? Alright, so I'm actually looking at the camera. Kinda. Alright, Hans, Bueller. Who actually watched the episode? Who's actually already seen the episode? And I know my UK people ain't gonna be here because they're gonna get a double episode next week. Okay, not a lot of y'all, so I'm about to spoil some shit. First of all, Angina should have been in the bottom. I'm sorry. I love Angina. I think that it is a shame and travesty that Angina is just now on All Stars 5. I think that's fucking ridiculous. But she should have been in the bottom. Everybody else's talent, even Derek Barry's, was a talent. Angina lip synced. And not well. And not well. Angina should have been in the bottom. Let's start with that. Number 2, Jujubee should have been in the top. Jujubee was not safe. Jujubee ass should have been in the top. Hands down. Jujubee ass should have been in the fucking top. She killed that. Number 3, Blair St. Clair. You're singing a ballad. Why are you dressed like you about to do a Beyonce number? Or a Katy Perry number or some shit? Loved the look. Loved the look. Well, Juju B sang better than Blair, and Juju B was dressed to sing a ballad. And Juju B was dressed to sing a ballad. Blair, I thought song was gonna start slow and it was gonna turn into a pop number. You don't wear a bodysuit as nice as it was, and I like the makeup with it and everything and all that jazz but that wasn't for a ballad. And then Juju B came and sang your ass under the table. Production don't like Derek, and neither do I. And I will tell you why. I can do so much more than Britney Spears. Then why in the fuck did every outfit we seen you in today was still Britney Spears? Oh, they just poked at her because she had gray hair. I mean, it wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't shade. The reading challenge was cute. Some good reads. Some good reads. I'll give you that. I can't give y'all my whole review, but I can give y'all some basics that I want to talk about. Anjana ass should have been in the bottom. Anjana and Derek. Yes, Mayhem was not good. But at least she was just trying to display a talent. At least Derek was trying to display a talent. Anjana, you did a lip sync? If it was a lip sync, it was a fail because she didn't say all the words. If it was a dance number, it was a fail because she wasn't a good dancer. And I like Anjana. Fuck, I love Anjana. I love Anjana. But I want her to come and show up and show out. And that wasn't it, sis. The costumes was cute. The reveals was cute. I was here for like the RuPaul's Drag Race Barbie girl coming off the Barbie car with the kimono, and then revealed to like the cute little dress that still had the checker on it, and then gave us glam when it switched songs. All that was cute, but girl, what was your talent? Was it a lip sync? Was it a dance number? Or was it I can do reveals? Where's the lie? Ooh, listen here. I was rooting for India too, because first of all, at first I was like, okay, Juju be one. Like as I'm watching it, I'm like, all right, so far, even in my notes I wrote, okay, Juju be one so far. And then India Fair came out. I said, oh bitch, it's been a long time. You shouldn't have left us. Goddamn. She came in and showed up and showed the fuck out. Do you hear me? And I hate the commercial breaks to try to psych you out like they was making fun of her. I was like, bitch, I know what India Fair do. I know what she about to come out here and do. But I didn't think she was going to slay so hard that she was going to be the winner. Then she did it. I was like, oop. Bitch got something to prove. And then they was like, okay, the next person was Anjana. And I was like, because to me, it was almost progressively getting better and better. With the exception of a couple numbers, but it seemed like it was getting better and better because it was like, all right, Juju B, all right, she won. Then India Fair came out, and I was like, okay, she won. That was my cousin. He works down the street. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Trust you, me. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to Mariah and Alexis, but I'm trying to get a few minutes in before they demonetize me because I'm gonna get into their shit for real. And then I was like, okay, Juju B ain't been on since season 3. India Fair, I think Juju B was season 2. India Fair was season 3. So they was kind of going in order. So I'm like, all right, Juju B came and showed up and showed the fuck out. Body like a goddess, like she always is. Just in this gown. Simple, elegant, black. Something that if you're going to sing a ballad like that and you singing it and it was soulful, that's all she needed. It was a black gown, some see-through to it. It was okay. It was cool. Then here come India Farah that said, oh bitch, I'm about to shut this shit down and I'm branded. And I'm branded. There's no contact in drag. Drag is not a contact sport. I said, bitch, you better work. Then Johnny came out in a car with like a kimono with like the checkerboard print, and I was like, okay, these bitches is all coming for the brand. What is okay? This is what's up with the old bitches. They, the bitches that ain't been on seasons for 9+ years. Let's go, cause Mariah killed it too. Alexis killed it too. I'm like, okay, the bitches that ain't been on for 9+ years. Let's go. And then on John, I was just like, bitch, what is this? Mayhem had a backing track. They were saying it was her enunciation. It wasn't her enunciation. She was off from the backing track, so it was a little bit off, and it caused distortion, and you couldn't hear what she was saying. That's what happened with Mariah. I might not be the drag expert, bitch, but I am the rap expert. And she had a backing track, and she was off from the backing track. And when your voice is slight, if it doesn't sync up directly and it's slightly off, which is probably the monitor's fault, it probably wasn't her, not her fault. It probably was the monitors was wrong, straight up and down. It probably was the monitors. And because she was dancing and stuff like that, it was slightly off with the backing track, and that's why you couldn't understand what Mayhem was saying. It wasn't her enunciation. It was that she was off from her backing track. That's what it was. And then I was real mad at Mayhem because how dare you, Mayhem? How dare you have on that blue outfit? We're going to get into that. Oh, we passed the 10-minute mark, but let me just finish this. Mayhem, how dare you come out with that blue outfit and that bluish gray wig with them electric blue ass glow-in-the-dark contacts, and you didn't do your famous like branding, bitch. What are you doing, Mayhem? And we ain't gonna get into India and Mayhem. I gotta get into the rest of these performances, and then we'll get into that David Lopez, because I want to get at least 10 minutes in so I didn't get demonetized. Because although they may have not been the best performances, the most important performances of the night was Alexis and Mariah. Because right now, more than ever, we need black and brown people represented. And yes, all of our minorities, and they're all queer in this Pride Month, and I get that. I'm rocking my Pride nails. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm representing. But Alexis gave us Puerto Rico. Okay? That's why Ricky Martin was living for it so much. And you have to understand, I grew up in a Puerto Rican neighborhood. Alexis Michelle was giving us Puerto Rico, baby. Like nothing but. It wasn't nothing Americanized about it. It wasn't, let me try to make this comfortable for you. She was giving us Puerto Rico, baby, and I was living for it. Do you hear me? Living. I was living for that. And then I did not know what Mariah Balenciaga was going to do. But she did like this spoken word performance piece that was literally exactly what we need right now, because she basically did the Black Lives Matter performance. She basically did a Black Lives Matter performance on RuPaul's Drag Race. And I can't say it was ahead of her time, because that's a struggle that's always been going on. But the fact that it aired right now, and that's what she did for her performance. And then I also want to speak on the fact that of everybody's name that's trending, hers was not. I said the episode was awesome. What are you talking about? I don't have no problem with it. I thought the episode was fantastic. That's what you get for coming in late. I thought the episode was fantastic. I just said Anjana's performance on Anjana should have been in the bottom. Catch up. Hi, by the way. But no, I thought the episode was fantastic. What I was saying was, I felt like Alexis and Mariah's How Dare You was a nickname. Jimmy, How Dare You Pynk. Did I say How Dare You? I do say it. I probably did just say it, How Dare You. But I was about to say, wait, How Dare You? What else? The episode was great. Oh, no, the episode was fantastic. But I think that Alexis and Mariah's performances were so important. And for them to get on their platform and really show their roots was not only brave, but really important, And to be perfectly honest with you, I thought that's what Anjana was going to do. If I'm being honest. I thought when Anjana came out with the RuPaul's Drag Race kimono, I thought she was about to get into some Asian persuasion and get down. Was I team Indy or team Derek? I'm always team fucking. I'm never team Derek. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I don't like Derek Barry. There is a sense of entitlement about Derek Barry, like even up to and including. Well, I could have just did Brittany and I would have won the competition. Bitch, where? Did you see what the other girls did? Did you really think that you would have won if you'd have did Brittany? You wouldn't have. You still wouldn't have been the best. You might not have been in the bottom if you'd have did Brittany, but you wouldn't have won. But I tell you what they did do on the episode, I knew from Jump Street either India or Derek was going home. And I knew that from Jump Street. Just the way it was set up, I said, oh, okay, so India or Derek is going home tonight? Got you. Cool. So either India or Derek is going home tonight? Cool. I want to give a shout out to the House of Grease and the members of the House of Grease. What up, nurse? Yeah, David, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Anjana has been lobbying to be on RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars for so long, and I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I think it is ridiculous that it took 5 All-Stars for her to get on there. I think it is ridiculous that BB, who won, was on there before Anjana. Derek talked all that shit to get eliminated because that's what Derek Barry do. You have delusions of grandeur where you think you better than what you is. And I was like, okay, you were going to do impressions. And you didn't even do a Britney Spears impression. So why were you dressed like Britney Spears? If you don't got no drag that's not Britney Spears, but you've been so evolved and you do so more much than Britney, so you should have some different wigs and some different costumes, right? You should. But you chose to come out dressed like Britney. Even your wig. You have on a wig, and you got a wig that's made like Britney Spears to make it look like you got in clip-in layers. What the fuck is that? Oh, don't worry. It's moderators in here. Motherfucker get too out of hand. It's handled. Don't worry about it. Generals in this bitch. Derek Smurfy, agree. Derek lacks a lot of self-awareness. Like, even at the end, you're crying like, but this is my drag. Okay, no, your job is a Britney impersonator, but you came to All Stars to tell us you had more than Britney. So your drag should be more than Britney. Why would you come on the first episode and your interest? You want somebody to look at you like you're not Britney. You want somebody to look at you like you're not Britney, but your entrance was Britney and your outfit for your talent was Britney. The reading challenge was fire. I can see you, but I don't know you. What? What do you want? Let's stop this whole thing when we're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race and stop and ask this person what you want. Yes, I can read it. What do you want? I ain't got long. I'm on my phone. I ain't about to be out here for hours and hours and hours. The mosquitoes is fucking biting. So what do you want? Let's stop everything that we're talking about. Yes, I can see it. What do you want? Oh, that's how you feel? It's moderators in here, right? I got people in blue in here. I got people in blue in here. Block them. Listen, Sierra, that's why y'all moderators. Y'all ain't got to ask me if somebody got to be blocked. Block them. You ain't got to ask. That's why y'all moderators. That's why y'all moderators. Hey, Roland and Style. Oh, Jujubee was fantastic. Jujubee was fantastic. I really, until India Farrah went, I really thought Jujubee had won. I'm very disappointed that Jujubee was just safe because I felt like Jujubee was in the top. Get Raccoon Trash too, please. Block him. Him too. Brandon, how you gonna block somebody? You can only block somebody for you, not from the channel. You gotta be blue, baby. You ain't general. You ain't general. You ain't general status yet, baby. You think this is a game? This is not a game. You think I just got moderators because it's cute? What did I think of Evie's look? It was Evie. I have a very sinking suspicion that she obviously knew this was going to be the first episode of Pride Month. Very that. Oh, you're here for the blocking? Oh. Stick around, motherfucker. I've been blocking motherfuckers everywhere on all social medias. I'm not playing around no more. You with us or you ain't with us? But yeah, I thought the episode overall, like, it was really good. The changing of the rules was great. Well, Smurfy boy, you wasn't here when I was explaining that. It wasn't that her enunciation was bad. It was that she was off from her backing track just enough that it sounded like her words was distorted. That is the one thing that I can tell you that I know that for sure. Oh my God, at least Derek didn't coast. Oh, but shout outs to the House of Grease and whoever the people that kept saying when I was saying when I did the video where I did the live reaction to the looks, which I will not talk about again on the review because I already did a video about the first looks. Bruh. Shout outs to the House of Grease because y'all motherfuckers was like Derek got cast to go home first. Well, I need Mayhem to step that pussy up though. Like, I love Mayhem, and I know she's better than where she left RuPaul's Drag Race at. But you gotta step that pussy up, sis. You have to. Well, don't be surprised if Trinity K. Bonet ain't one of them lip sync assassins. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick. Who y'all think these lip sync assassins is gonna be? Because Evie Oddly was not on my radar. She should have been, because at least at the time of filming, she was the reigning winner. So I should have thought Evie Oddly, but she really was not on my radar as one of the lip sync assassins. I'm going to be really, 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 really honest about that. I did not look at her as a lip sync assassin because she really never had to lip sync that much. She had to lip sync against Cameron Michaels. And then she had to lip sync for the crown. So I'm like, when I'm thinking assassin, yeah, like Kennedy is an assassin. Chi-Chi's assassin. I would like to see Dina Ritz. I was thinking that there was a huge disconnect. Roxy Andrews is a lip sync assassin. Alyssa Edwards is a lip sync assassin. Coco Montrese. Monet. Monique Hart. Raven. Believe it or not, Raven is a lip sync assassin. I think I agree that Anjana should have been in the bottom. I think Anjana should have been in the bottom instead of Mayhem. Because as those people, especially Michelle Visage and RuPaul, who are recording artists, it was not her enunciation. She was off from her backing track. Now, how the hell can I hear that on TV, but y'all watching it live and can't see it now? With that being said, we all know. Oh yeah, Latrice for sure. Latrice for sure. And Chi-Chi too, yeah. When I say lip sync assassin, it can't just be because you can do tricks. It can't just be because you can do tricks. I need you to be able to hit a ballot and kill it. Darian Lake is a lip sync assassin. There are some excellent people that I would consider to be lip sync assassins. And if we got to have one per episode, and it's 10 people on the show, is it 10? And we got to have 10. I just wouldn't have thought of Evie Oddly. I'm going to be honest. I just didn't think Darian. I didn't think of Evie Oddly, but I should have. Because at the time of filming, she was the reigning champ. Yeah, Chi Chi can do it all. Latrice. Raven is actually a really, really good lip syncer. Here's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the lip sync assassin when Jujubee wins. That's what I'm waiting on. Because Jujubee is a lip sync assassin. Silky should not be one. Shut up. No, she shouldn't. That sloppy ass lip syncing. No. Silky should not be one. When you said that the winner that's on Drag Race All Stars, these are supposed to be the best of the best, and you going up against lip sync assassins, I need assassination. I need assassination day. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, what I really wanted. Yeah, she did get murdered by Evie, but this is something I brought up on Twitter. This is something that I brought up on Twitter. The people that are being brought in as the lip sync assassins, okay? They're being brought in as the lip sync assassins. They have not had to do none of the challenges. All they have to do is come in, get in drag, and have a prepared performance to the song that they said, hey, you're going to be on this episode, and you're the lip sync assassin. That's all they had to come and do. Not, I got a whole list of songs I got to learn when I came to the show. Don't know which challenge I'm going to win. Don't know when I'm going to lip sync. Still got to remember the words after I've been in drag for all of 2 days or whatever because I've been doing my challenge. So understand it's set up for the lip sync assassin to win. Understand that. It is set up for the lip sync assassin to win. I've been in drag for hours and hours and hours and hours. The lip sync assassin just got here. Come on, lip sync this song that you already knew this is what you was going to lip sync to. When the competitor may have just found out that day or 2 days ago, hey, ABDC. Oh, that's why I said Jujubee cold. That's why I cannot wait till Jujubee wins. Yeah. Hey, Mercer Daniels, 100%. It's set up for, and then they ain't got to give up no money. You only get $1,000 if you win. Bitch, it's set up for the assassin to win. Now, India Farah is a bad girl, but then you know they performances twice. Look at the performance that she did. Now, let's say Jujubee would have won. It might have been, first of all, Jujubee ain't got to do tricks and shit like that, so she'd have been in that either. They had to change clothes. Jujubee still tired, still been in drag all day, but Jujubee would have been fine. Look at the performance that India Farah just did, and then you got to turn around and serve a lip sync after that. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I liked Mariah's performance. And Mariah's performance was important. And Mariah's performance was right on time for what's going on right now. She did not deserve to be in the top 5. It was good. It was great. It wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it was beautiful. I think that if RuPaul's Drag Race had any good goddamn sense outside of just posting a random thing that said Black Lives Matter, they would be posting that performance and only that performance. But did I think the reading challenge should have been a tie? Yeah, actually. Because as I was watching it, like I said, I don't want to give away my whole review because I will still be doing my review tomorrow. I think that I thought Jujubee won, and then Blair St. Clair went, and my exact notes was like, damn, but Blair out here eating though. Like when I was watching it, I was like, damn. And I wrote in my notes, I was like, damn, Blair eating though. So I don't mind it being a tie, because I think Blair St. Clair held her own, for sure. I didn't mind it being a tie, and we didn't see all the reads. It was some great reads. It was a good reading challenge. But I will say, when Blair started reading, I was like, damn, Blair is out here eating, though. Blair is out here eating, though. So, and if I recall, Blair actually did really good reading on her season, too. Like, Blair can read. But Blair is out here eating though. Plus even her little response to Alexis Mateo talking about some eat a burger, talking about some every pound I lost, you gained though. I mean, you gained though. I'm like, oh. Blair St. Clair. I mean, we already knew Jujubee was gonna win the reading challenge, right? Like, I don't know how many of y'all remember all the episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race. Jujubee ass can read the house down. I was like, well, Juju gonna win the reading challenge. But then Blair St. Clair came and I was like, damn, Blair St. Clair eating though. She eating though. So I didn't mind it being a tie. Not at all. I was really very happy for Alexis Mateo to do like this grand like salsa merengue, like really, really Puerto Rican, really, really cultural number in front of Ricky Martin. I thought that was like super cool. I thought that was super cool. I thought it was cool that Ricky Martin singled out Mariah and said how important what her performance meant. I thought it was fucking awesome. But do I think either of them should have been top? Mariah being safe, I was okay with. Shay being safe, I was okay with. Like, okay, that's cute that you're doing pole work, but you ain't doing no tricks that was really blowing my mind. I done seen strippers do tricks. You wasn't doing that. And it should be a little bit easier for you because stripping is all about arm and leg strength. You're a dude. It was cute. It was definitely safe. People was talking about some Shay and Jujubee not being in the top. No, Jujubee not being in the top. Yeah, Shay. No, that was safe. I thought Alexis's was really good. I could see her being in the top, but I knew it wasn't between her and nobody. It should have been between Jujubee and India Farah to me. But that's just my opinion. Right, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I thought. Hey, Chaos Bleeds. Juju's outfit, I did think her outfit was pedestrian, but I thought because her talent was her singing this beautiful, heartfelt ballad where I could see all of her emotion, I could feel all of her emotion. I could be mistaken. I thought I saw a tear running down her face while she was singing. She didn't need nothing but that simple black gown that was fitted for the gods. She didn't need nothing else. The talent was her voice. She didn't need nothing else. Oh, but you know what? But I always liked India Fair. Because India Farah does drag. And I like somebody that does old school, just full-fledged, put it all on drag. Well, and she got scared. And who wouldn't? The fuck is your big ass picking me up for? You could drop me. I could be hurt. Then I'm out the competition. I wasn't expecting you to pick me up. India Farah gives me Alyssa Edwards tease where it's like, okay, but you do drag. Do I love your outfits? No. But you do drag. Because I thought that flower thing she had on was horrific simply off the fact of the pattern that it was. Now, I'm not a super floral person anyway. Excuse me. I'm not a super fan of florals anyway. But, like, why would you have that costume in florals? That could have been black with those rhinestones on it. Any solid color with them rhinestones on it, and the costume would have been gorgeous. Why them florals? But I like India Farah because India Farah does drag. Put on all the makeup, all the rhinestones, all the clothes, all the accessories, all the wigs. I love it. It's drag. And I love that about India Farah. And she pads for the gods. And she pads for the gods. That's another thing I want to talk about as far as lip sync assassins. Well, of course Evie Oddly can do all them flips and shit. She ain't got on a titty or a hip. How I'm gonna do all them flips and shit and I got on big ass titties and hips. Now, props to the people that do that because, hey, Kennedy Davenport, fully fucking padded and still doing them flips. You're rooting for Mariah, Anjana, Juju, and Shay. I'm voting for Shay because All Stars tends to go to the person that should have won. It's usually we fucked up like the Oscars do. When people win for roles and you be like, but they won for that role and didn't win for this role, it's a makeup. So I'm really rooting for Shay because I feel like Shay should have won her season. Um, I'm rooting for Jujubee because I love Jujubee, and if Jujubee wouldn't keep being on seasons with Raven, Jujubee would have, been on top. And I'm rooting for Anjana because Anjana, out of everybody, really, really lobbied to be on All Stars, and I think it's ridiculous that she didn't get on All Stars till 5. I think that's fucking ridiculous. When she was on season 1, what was y'all waiting on? Everybody loves Anjana. She's been at she revels in this shit. She's been at every fucking drag con. She be at everything, despite the fact she's been on season 1, and season 1 does not get the attention as the other seasons because RuPaul or Worlds of Wonder didn't own season 1, so it's not readily available like the rest of the seasons for people to catch up on. But she shows up to drag cons and she shows up to the finales and stuff like that just for people to realize who she is and recognize the legacy of RuPaul's Drag Race. But after this performance tonight, I'm nervous. For Anjana. Now, Mariah Balenciaga is my bitch. But Mariah Balenciaga has always been unapologetically black. That's why she did that number that she did. Despite her being biracial, she has always, she comes from the ballroom scene, honey, and she is unapologetically black. That don't necessarily go over too well on RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's keep it a buck. That don't necessarily always go over well on RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, I watched Untucked. It was boring. But I expected it to be kind of boring because, it's the first episode. And the drama that we were going to get, so we're just going to keep talking about India and Derek. Been there, done that. That was almost what the whole first episode was about. I want to talk about Derek's fake ass. Talking about because you were vulnerable on stage and now I know you're real. But she didn't say that to you. What she said was a pig in a wig wasn't directed towards Nebraska. She's a fucking stick. That wasn't directed towards her. But you want to go out and do a number. And for real, ride or die. And be ride or die. But to me, it seemed like the beef is a little bit more about India and Nebraska than it is about India and Derek. But be ride or die. That's your partner. Or one of. That's your man. Be ride or die. No doubt. But to me, it seemed like that beef is fucking silly. And because it seems like the beef is really between Derek and Nebraska. Not Derek. Is really between India and Nebraska. And Derek, you probably just insert your ass in there because that's your dude. That's what I think. And Alexis Mateo, can I just say, I forgot how much I always loved Alexis Mateo till tonight. I was rooting for her on her season. I wanted Alexis Mateo to win on her season. All Stars, I loved it was her and Yara because I just loved that Puerto Rican energy together and it was great. What's up, Anna on the beat? What it is about Derek is I feel like Derek. There's a difference between confident and conceited. There's a difference between confident and conceited. You should feel like you're the best walking into a competition. You want to talk shit? That's fine. I don't mind that, but that's usually cultural. Um, but you should feel like you're the best. Because if you don't feel like you're the best, what the fuck is you doing it for? But there's a difference between confident and conceited. And like even up till today when she was like, well, I could have just did Britney Spears and I would have won. Bitch, did you just watch the same episode that I did? No, you wouldn't have. You'd have been safe. You wouldn't have been in the bottom, but you wouldn't have won. Did you see what everybody else did? You was going to lip sync? I mean, Anjana was in the bottom for doing that. When everybody else, had original songs and poems, or like Alexis Mateo also did a dance number. She wasn't really what you would call lip syncing. She really did a dance number, but look what she choreographed and look what she did. And it meant something. It wasn't just her doing Celia Cruz or some shit like that. She was representing, she put her whole fucking country on her back and did that shit. And if you don't, know anything about the culture, you really kind of don't understand what she did. I mean, but she was repping. She put the whole Puerto Rico on her back and did that shit. It was amazing. Oh, Anjana is totally a shit starter. Oh, 100%. 100%. I was like, oh, this how you gonna get your screen time? This how you gonna get your screen time, sis? And don't get me wrong, I love Anjana, and y'all have to understand, because some of y'all really don't know. And some of y'all don't really realize that I've really been watching RuPaul's Drag Race from its inception in real time, never later than 24 hours watching an episode. These are facts. I've always watched it in real time, never more than 24 hours. It's never been more than 24 hours since I've seen this episode, since it came out. Since it's come out. So you have to understand the importance of season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race, number 1. You have to understand the importance of RuPaul's Drag Race season 1. Off rip, number 1. We don't have none of this shit right now. None of this we're here. None of this legendary. None of this shit without season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race. But also that Anjana came out as HIV positive on national television. That was big, y'all. Anjana is a big fucking deal. Well, India had the least amount of followers because India quit drag for a while. And it's unfortunate because y'all seen what India... See, back in the day before we had all of these different drag shows and all of these different reality shows and we wasn't in the golden age of TV and all these streaming services and shit like that, India Farah is from an early season of Drag Race. It wasn't 100 plus Rue girls. I had the time to follow them girls back then. It was only about 30, 40 of them. Less than 50. I had the time to follow them girls back then and go look up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And you have to look at it this way too. Think about yourself. Now, not all of y'all, but I could think about myself when I was younger because I'm significantly older than a lot of y'all. Not all of y'all, but I'm up there in age. You know what I'm saying? I've been working since I was 16 and I'm 42. Have I had jobs that technically I quit because I stopped showing up, but because I stopped showing up, I couldn't collect unemployment because I got fired for stopping showing up? I quit and I got fired. You see what I'm saying? Or, well, this is your ultimatum. You got to work this day. But I already told you I needed this day off and I was doing this and this and this and this. Well, if you don't come, you're fired. Well, if I don't come, I quit. I chose to be fired. So there are situations that both could be true. And since y'all got beef and y'all never talked, both could literally be true. To India Farah, she quit. To the club, she got fired. Not you on edibles. Well, I knew that from the commercial though, and I was like, y'all not fitting to fool me, cause y'all making it seem like India Farah did bad. I knew she didn't, cause I know what India Farah does. India Farah does drag. The person that I was shocked that did as bad as what they did was on China. I knew India Farah was gonna come and show up and show out. I knew it. I knew it. Also, I need to find out why these bottles of Bud Ice are brown. Um, I couldn't believe when Mayhem came out on that throne with those contacts. I thought for sure, because the girls know branding, especially because she's from a later season. The girls know branding now. India Farah knew to do a song talking about drag is not a con. I know it. I know it. Why do you think I thought? Why do you think I know what India Farah could do? She's from Ohio. But no, I didn't expect Blair to have a better voice than Juju B. I knew they both would probably sing, because I knew that they were both singers. Um, but also, like I said, the girls from the earlier seasons, when there was like less than 50 girls, and I can really follow what the girls were doing and watch YouTube clips and things like that, I know that Juju B really has a beautiful voice. Not that Blair doesn't, but Blair is young, where Juju B wasn't that young on her season. You know what I'm saying? Like Juju B was pushing 30 on her season. So Juju has that more seasoned voice. And Blair was trying to do all them because, and this is an age discrepancy. You want to dress like a pop star and you want to try to swing your ponytail around and use excess air that should be used for your voice and move around. Juju B ass said, I'ma stand still and I'ma sing from my stomach. But Blair St. Clair's background is musical theater. Juju B's is not. Juju B is a singer. Blair St. Clair's background is musical theater. So you're dancing around and singing and doing all this, and you're thinking that you're okay, but you're singing a ballad. You don't need to be moving around. Juju B did it right. I'm gonna wear this gown, I'm gonna stand at this mic, and I'm gonna sing my ass off. That's what you do on a ballad. Why the fuck do you think you go in concert? Beyonce ain't fucking walking around in a bodysuit trying to do dance moves to a fucking ballad. You know who was doing shit like that? Sierra. You know why? Because Sierra's voice is not as strong as Beyonce's. If you're a fucking singer, you stand there and sing. That's what you do. Oh, I loved Blair's outfit. I loved Blair's look, but I will say this. You have to dress for what you're doing as a performer. And I was expecting Blair's song to pick up at some point, and it was going to be like some pop song or electronica song, because that's what she was dressed for. Juju came out, started singing in just a black gown, simple. It was cut nice. It was fitted to her, and she was just standing in front of that mic singing, and I was like, she about to just blow. Blair St. Clair also did a ballad. You should have had on a gown and just sat there and blew. That's what you do on a ballad. Think of everybody. Barbra Streisand, anybody else you could think of. Katy Perry. I don't care who you think of. Lady Gaga. Unless Lady Gaga is going from after a number. But if Lady Gaga was just going on the Grammys or something and going to go sing a ballad, she's not going to have on a fucking bodysuit and a ponytail, is she? Well, first of all, Pandora Box was not weighted down by me. I'm first. Pandora Box was weighted down by Pandora Box. You got the partner that you get, so you just give up because you don't like your partner on All Stars? Fuck that. If I got to carry this bitch to the end and then drop her, I get my chance to be on All Stars and I got to be a partner with somebody. I'm not just going to give up because I got the worst person. No, bitch, I'm going to drag you up till we safe, because eventually this shit is going to have to be fucking deaded. I'm still going to fight. You don't say I don't like my partner, so, no. And again, I can say that now because these online reality games, I've had to be on teams with people that I was just like, this bitch. But don't worry about it. I got it. Because if you gotta win, then I gotta be. I gotta be fucking. Shout outs to motherfucking Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story that is on Netflix this month. I gotta be doubly great for the both of us. Because I'm not giving up because I don't like my partner. Pandora Box did not get weighted down by Mimi I'm First. Pandora Box got weighted down by Pandora Box. Moving on. But I would like to see Pandora Box back on All Stars. Yes, I would. Well, I think that Blair performed a fine song. It just so happens that, and this is what's going to happen if you're a singer. You should always think you're the greatest, but everybody in anything they do. I don't care if you are the greatest at anything. I don't care if you Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, or fucking Lance Armstrong. You can be the greatest that there is. Everybody has off days where somebody is going to do better than you. I don't think that it was the song choice. I think that she was trying to do too much filling her oats. I think she should have just had on a pretty fucking gown and sat there and sang that fucking ballad. It just so happened Jujubee is just a better singer. That's it and that's all. Jujubee is a better singer. Jujubee is a little bit more seasoned than you. She's been singing for a long time. Like I said, your background is musical theater. So you're feeling like I'm used to being able to move around this and this and this. Where Jujubee said, no, I'm singing this ballad. I know I just got to stand here and sing it. And ain't no shade towards Blair St. Clair. I don't think Blair St. Clair sounded bad. I don't think she sounded bad at all. I thought she did a great job. It's just that my note when Blair St. Clair came out, and I was like, why do you have on a bodysuit? It's beautiful. I love the look. I love your makeup with it. I love that you have like the black lacy that's on your bodysuit with the blue eyeshadow with the blue ponytail. I thought she looked great. I don't think the look matched her song. And my notes literally said, why don't you have on a gown? And then 2 acts later, Jujubee is singing a ballad in a gown because that's what you do. Who do I think is going home next week? It depends. Now, I know for the talent show, we don't usually get a runway. I'm going to say it depends on if it's just the challenge because all the rules are out the window. I'm going to say it depends on if it's just the challenge or if it's a challenge in a runway. Oh, because somebody is mean. But y'all all love Raven mean ass. Fuck out of here. This ain't about who is fucking likable. It's about who did the best. Might I remind you of the fucking online drag race that I was on? Oh, you don't like that I got a squad of people behind me and I say what the fuck I mean? Because some of y'all bitches is sloppy? You ain't got to like me. But if I deserve to win, I deserve to win. And what? Well, this is why I'm saying it depends on if that's just the challenge and they have to do some kind of performance and sing to it. And that's it. Or if there's a runway. Because I'm going to tell you I know Mariah Balenciaga can't sing and she might be in trouble. Morgan McMichaels is fucking mean. A lot of them fucking LA girls is mean. And Willem ass is mean as fuck. Willem is mean. But I love me some Willem now. But Willem ass is mean. Well, do they have to sing or do they have to rap? Now I know Shea Coulee can rap. But we just discussed this. But Jujubee and Blair can sing. The person who really couldn't rap when they was doing I'm the One, the person that couldn't Detox is the rapper. But the verse that everybody remember is Catches. Who couldn't rap? You never know. when you have to do a song, well, that's what I'm saying. I know it's not going to be fashion, I'm saying, but runways will save people. Runways will save people. So I'm like, if they have to sing, Mariah Balenciaga's in trouble, but her runway will save her. I really think. Hey, Anna Santa, Fofana, Banana Fana, Fofana. I'm saying you can't say somebody is mean because of what they said on social media. Yeah, I think the runway will because Rue is picking who's the tops and who the bottoms are. So yeah, I think a runway can save somebody unless they're just so batshit terrible. But that's usually not the case. So we'll have to see. We'll really have to see. Oh my God, Shay's entrance look. I just told y'all I'm not big on floral, but that was right. If you're gonna do a floral, that's how you do it. I did like India Ferrer's entrance look. It was a lot. When she turned around and said old school, she's letting you know she do old school drag. She does drag, baby. She's not trying to be a female impersonator. She does drag. She's letting you know. And I'm okay with that. Personally, what do I value? If I was a judge, I would value what is the criteria, because there's got to be some kind of scoring criteria. But if it's a challenge and the runway does not fare equally, then I'm going off the challenge. But if I'm going off the challenge and you're like, okay, perfect example. What was the challenge? Where was the Stars and Stripes runway? The challenge that was the Stars and Stripes runway. Okay, they said that Widow wasn't good. Widow wasn't good. Allison broke the rules, and Gigi wasn't good. To me, I don't think that Widow should have been in the bottom. The reason why I don't think Widow should have been in the bottom, even though she did the worst, is because her runway assignment was better. Allison completely broke the rules, which should have automatically put her in the bottom, because I do value the challenge more. And you completely broke the rules. You had 5 minutes. You went for 18. That's ridiculous. Your look wasn't that great, and I've seen it before. Oh, you did redneck white trash. We've seen it on the runway a few times. We've seen it on the runway a few times here, and since then we've seen it on Dragula and Camp Kiki too. It's over. It's overness. So I would put her in the bottom I would put her in the bottom no matter what her runway would look like, because you broke the rules. And Gigi would have been in the bottom because you were the worst and you didn't follow the rules of the runway. If that makes any sense. Hey, Willem. Hey, Holmes. Oh, Holmes, we got to talk. By the way, I am caught up on Legendary, but what I plan on doing is doing all the reviews for the last 3 episodes of Legendary and 1 review on Thursday, and I plan on releasing them after surgery so that you do have some reviews where I'm talking. So if y'all were waiting for me to review Legendary, yes, I am watching Legendary. Yes, I am going to review it, but I have decided to do the reviews late and not release them until after I have surgery, because I'm not going to be able to talk. But it depends. We honestly don't know how each thing, okay, sweet, how each thing weighs. But I know Holmes, I know you've been watching Legendary. And I know you are itching, honey, because Holmes is from the ballroom scene, honey. So I'm like, I know you are itching. I don't hate the judges. I hate that you really didn't bring ballroom judges. I I hate that you really didn't bring Ball. Like, I love that Laomi is there. Legendary should be there. I don't hate Law, because you always got to have that Simon. You got to have that bitch. You got to have that one that's going to, like, let it be known what it is. I like Megan Thee Stallion, and I like Jamila Jamil. First of all, Jamila Jamil is going to be a host, because Jamila Jamil is an executive producer. So she's going to be a host. Okay? She's an executive producer. Oh, that's never going to happen. But yes, Legendary. Megan should not be there. I just said I like Jamila. Okay, I didn't clarify that. I like Jamila Jamil as a person in general. Hey, that gamer guy. All right, hypey, 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 hypey. And I'm so into voguing right now. No, okay, I was about to say, I'm like, because I did skip past that. I like Jamila Jamil as a person. I don't like her as a judge. But she's an executive producer. She's one of the people to put this together. She's one of the people that's making. There's only 2 executive producers. She's one of the people that's gonna make all the money off of it. So she's gonna be a judge. It's her shit. It's 2 executive producers, and she's one of them. So we just gonna have to suck that one up. She's a judge, and I can accept that, because if it's my shit and I'm making the money off of it, I might want to be a judge too, so I can wear all my cute costumes and be cute too. Even though I have a little bit more background than she do, but it's fine. Megan Thee Stallion, y'all just got on there to try to get the young audience to watch Ballroom, and she knows absolutely nothing. When they were doing the Grand March, and she came out twerking, I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? You're twerking? Nobody, you couldn't, you're an entertainer. Like, you didn't want to, like, research this, and you couldn't even try to do, like, just a little Vogue. You ain't even got to do nothing. You could have just did the walk. Runway is a category, bitch. You got a body like a stallion. That's why it's your name. You couldn't just walk and pose. Why are you twerking? Stop it. Yeah, like, stop it. Like, I wish that, like, there was a ballroom scene when I was, like, that I could have walked in, but I know enough about it to know I'm not about to do the fucking Grand March and start twerking. I know I'm like, and I can Vogue, but I'm a little old now to be voguing. I ain't about to be Laomi, but you know what I'm saying? But I bet you I hit a fierce fucking walk and a pose or two, I might drop down real slow and shablam real quick and get back up, or just walk. Legendary is a ballroom competition, baby. For those of y'all that are not familiar with what ballroom is, the best thing, and me and Holmes has talked about this before, the best way to explain it to you is Paris is Burning. First of all, if you're queer and you've never seen Paris is Burning, go look for it immediately to watch. I believe it's on YouTube for free in parts. I believe it's still on Netflix. It's a documentary about ballroom culture, and it's very important. And this is something that was started by black and brown people. So, black and brown queer people. So, you need to know what that is. That's number one. Number two, RuPaul's Drag Race is very much a cross. They borrow a lot from pageant culture, but they also borrow a lot from ballroom culture. They do. To me, that's the runway all day. The category is, y'all heard the song where RuPaul got the song, bring it to the runway, 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 bring it to the runway, runway. Okay, well, that's based on ballroom. So, y'all need to know y'all history. But when I tell y'all Dominique to play Electra, I said, oh, bitch, she was a judge on season 3. Okay, first of all, you're living your best life, and I understand that you're legendary. Okay, Pose also. Pose is about the ballroom. And Pose borrows a lot of its storyline from Paris is Burning as well. But honey, when I tell you, I was like, oh, it couldn't have been nobody else to play it. Electra, bitch, you Electra in real life. I could not believe it. I was like, oh, bitch, you are Electra in real life. We were just talking about RuPaul's Drag Race. When Mariah Paris Balenciaga says, also known as Mariah, I forgot she Mariah Successful. It's another house she used to be a part of because she's been in different houses. That's why she's telling you that. Her name is Mariah Balenciaga because she's from the house of Balenciaga. She's a ballroom queen. She's the only ballroom queen that we've ever had on RuPaul's Drag Race. And that's why her name is Mariah Balenciaga. But she walks face and she walks runway. She does a little voguing when she lip syncs, a little bit. And if you don't know about I'll say this, Holmes, you still here? Because I want to ask you, because I feel like if you're not familiar with ballroom, I don't think Legendary is the place for you to start. I really don't. I don't think Legendary is the place for you to start. I think it's too. I think it's too clean. I think if you're not already familiar with ballroom, I don't think Legendary is where you start. If I'm honest. If I'm perfectly honest, I don't think if you're not familiar with ballroom, I would not say start with Legendary because that is not realistic. It's not realistic. First of all, you're gonna get more judges like Leomi and Law than you are Megan Thee Stallion and Jamila, for sure. I like Law because Law is a Stone Cold Carter, and I love a fucking Carter. So I like Law. I ain't gonna lie. I like Law. Yeah, that's why I said I was like, I don't. Yeah, it's adapted. Yeah, you should definitely start with Paris is Burning. I definitely would not tell y'all to start with Legendary. Well, Vogue Evolution on ABDC is Leomi was in that group. Leomi was part of that group. Yeah, I would do that. I would go on YouTube and look up ballroom on there. Cause I watch ballroom clips on YouTube all the time. Who the fuck is you? I don't know you. But Vogue Evolution is Leomi was part of that, and I remember seeing that on America's Best Dance Crew, and I remember recognizing her, and I was like, "Is that Leomi? I know Leomi. I know Leomi from the ballroom." Mm-mm. I honestly don't think Law is though, cause I generally agree with Law, and I don't think he is. I don't think he is at all. Law is there to. Each judge clearly is supposed to be judging a different category of ballroom. Leomi is there for the authentication. She is there for the voguing. She is there for the gags. Law is there for the fashion. The other one is there because she does a lot of hosting for shows and she's an executive producer. And Megan Thee Stallion is there just to be Megan Thee Stallion and to dress in theme. And yeah. But I like Law. And of course, I stan Leomi. Leomi is legendary. I stand Leomi. You said Vogue Evolution on ABDC. Bitch, Leomi was the girl in that group. That was Leomi. And I remember asking people like I think like Twitter, like, is Leomi like that Leomi? And they was like, yeah, that's that Leomi. Leomi is everything. Go back and just watch. Go on YouTube when y'all get done with this, because I ain't going to be on here that much longer. But go back. No, you never sent me no links of you voguing. And I'm going to throat punch you when I see you. I think Megan Thee Stallion is the Paula Abdul. Just like, why in the fuck do you have Paula Abdul judging people singing like she was a great singer? If she was on World, you see J-Lo is on World Dance. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're not a great singer. Why is Paula Abdul trying to tell somebody who is a great singer? But how she's just like, she's the one that like says the sound bites and it's cute and that's the way you get on Twitter and that's how like people notice it because, oh, Hot Girl Meg is on there. Y'all real hot, y'all real banging. You're not even getting the right slang. Can I have ballroom slang? Nicki Minaj at least is a decent fucking singer. She's a better singer than Paula Abdul. And y'all know I don't even like Nicki Minaj, but I don't take nobody's talent away. I don't think she's that great of a rapper. She's a decent singer though. For pop music. She's a decent singer. To sing her own hooks. I never understood why the hell she decided she wanted to sing on Swish Swish Bitch. Why is you are the rap verse. Why are you singing on Swish Swish Bitch? Katy Perry already got that handled. Why are you doing that? But see, okay, spoiler alert, episode 3, y'all know her as Electra Abundance, who did come from the ballroom scene, in fact, and is legendary, was a guest judge on episode 3. And I felt like she acted an ass. Yeah, Dominique. And I felt like she acted an ass. Also, y'all do realize Laomi be on Pose and is the choreographer for Pose, right? Y'all know Laomi is the choreographer for Pose, right? When I tell you Laomi is that bitch, I mean, even Lil Mama. Lil Mama does balls too. Don't Lil Mama got a house? You could have got somebody that walks balls. But Megan Thee Stallion is the hot girl right now. Beyonce is a decent rapper, but let me say this. I would be a decent rapper too if my husband was writing some of my shit. And my husband was one of the greatest rappers of all time. Oh, honey. Because Law did get her together, and I was like, okay. See, I always liked Simon on American Idol too. I like the dick because people will say that they're a dick, but they're the person that's like, I'm not sugarcoating nothing for you. I'm going to tell you this is what it is. And I respect that because that's what type of judge I would be. Why am I going to piss in your face and tell you it's raining and tell you you're cute and special and you fart rainbows and puke sunshine when you need to step your pussy up? I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm okay with people to do that, and that's why I actually like Law as a judge. He is there to judge the fashion. Fashion is a huge part of ballroom. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. And him and Laomi will chop you in a goddamn heartbeat. And I'm okay with that. Hey, Jay Santana. He's not the Simon Cowell of the ballroom scene, but he's the Simon Cowell of legendary. See, I feel like they all have an equal thing, but each judge is supposed to offer something. Like Laomi is there for the voguing, and Law is there for the fashion. The other two, I don't know what the fuck they judge. But Law is gonna go hard on you in the fashion, and if it's not up to par, darling, he's going to tell you. And if your shit's not together and it's sloppy, he's gonna tell you, and Laomi is gonna tell you. I honestly don't know if Law came from the ballroom scene. But at least he's fucking queer. And he's there to talk about the fashion, and he will get you together for the fashion because he's a stylist. He does a lot of Zendaya shit. And y'all know Zendaya be fucking fly. And that's Zendaya stylist. And you know Zendaya be on point. And for all we know, that might be where he got to start from. He might have got to start doing ball fashion. I don't know. I have no idea, as my grandmother would say. I have no idea. But this what I know. I be watching that shit and judging it harsh too. I like me a Carter. Tell me what I did wrong. Don't tell me, oh, A for effort. I don't want an A for effort. I want an A because I deserve the A. Oh, Megan's not coming back for season 2 unless she's getting a really good check. And there's so many streaming services. Let's see how HBO Max even do first. Because I tell you what, they lied to me and told me DC Universe was part of it and wasn't. And the price of DC Universe went up. And as soon as Harley Quinn is over, I will be canceling DC Universe. And HBO Max. I only got HBO Max to watch Legendary. See, what I need to do is, I need Holmes to be my co-host for Legendary. That's what I need to do. I know y'all like my opinions, but I like my opinions to be educated. And Holmes is from the ballroom scene. And I would like it to be like, almost Holmes, would you do that with me? Now, I'm trying to do all the next 4 episodes this week because I'm about to have surgery and I ain't going to be able to talk for 2 weeks and I'm going to put them out later. But Holmes, would you do that for me? Because I would honestly, I can review it, but I'm not from the ballroom scene. And even though, like, yeah, I do know what I'm talking about, I'm never going to know what I'm talking about like somebody from the ballroom scene. And Holmes is from the ballroom scene. I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be awesome. I know y'all love me, but this shit, Holmes, y'all uncle. I know I'm TT and mother and all that, but shit, Holmes, y'all uncle for real, y'all just ain't never fucking know it. Oh, did he? That's why I said I was thinking about you too, Holmes. I'm so glad you fucking showed up. I was thinking about you because I watched the first episode of Legendary. I rewatched it in episode 2 and episode 3 yesterday. So like a lot of y'all don't even realize, why do you think I call y'all the House of Grease? That comes from ballroom. The fact that y'all don't know that is kind of sad to me. You know what I mean? That's kind of sad to me that y'all don't realize that. Like, why do y'all think I call y'all the House of Grease? That is directly from ballroom. Oh, Brandon, God bless you. Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? I don't know why the fuck I opened my niece's shit. I'm gonna have to replace this. Watermelon fucking Rita. Oh, that's good. I know we were supposed to be talking about Drag Race, but we don't have Drag Race without the ballroom. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Godspeed. Godspeed. But health is wealth. Why would I think that? All Stars and regular season is always back to back. It wouldn't have taken away from Jada's win if it wouldn't have been coronavirus. We didn't get nothing we were supposed to get. That's how this works. It's called ratings, darling. Would I have ran All Stars in the summer on a Friday? No, I wouldn't have. But what else was they supposed to do when there's so many other drag shows like We're Here and I ain't gonna say drag because Legendary is not necessarily what I would say drag, but it's adjacent. And Legendary premieres on HBO Max, and you have We're Here, and what's the other one? Drag Up My Wedding, Drag Up My Life. Like it's so much drag on right now. They had to compete. It's probably why they hurried up and did Celebrity Drag Race too. But you have to compete. It's called ratings, darling. And then you did this all in the middle of 13 Reasons. Why just dropped? Because it's the beginning of the month, so Netflix all got new shit, Hulu all got new shit, Amazon all got new shit, HBO Max just came out. I haven't even watched We're Here yet. I ain't got time. I can't commit to reviewing this many shows when I'm about to have surgery and not be able to talk for 2 weeks. My plan was to try to do a bunch of reviews this week, even though they'll be late, and schedule them out until my post-op appointment, and then go from there. That's why I said I would do my pride nails. I got all my damn rainbow shirts, my Hey Queen shirt, and all that shit. Because I'm like, okay, I'm about to do a shit ton of reviews to post during my 2 week hiatus. That is fucking gross, man. Young people can drink some shit, boy. That watermelon Rita is so damn sweet. If it gotta taste good for you to get drunk, you ain't a real goddamn drinker. Shit, that's how I think. I've never watched Thailand a day in my life. Yes, I can keep up with UK. I don't even know about fucking Canada. Um, didn't look at the girls. Nothing about Canada. Um, y'all realize there's a lot going on right now. Um, I can look into that after the fact. I have to see. It's a lot going on in real life over here. You dig? Um, this is what I do know. I haven't even looked at the girls for UK Canada. Because until I get my money right and I can get a VPN, then I ain't got to pay no extra money to see UK and Canada and Thailand and all that shit. And I ain't got to get WoW Plus Presents Plus. Fuck all. I know Drag Race Thailand is worth watching. I've heard it. Leave me some stuff to watch when I ain't gonna be able to fucking talk, man. Leave me some stuff to watch when I'm fucking laid up, dude. I want to try to get all of the legendary reviews out. I want to do 13 Reasons Why. I want to do a couple of what I think the week is going to be. It's going to be my predictions for the week. And it's going to be, some of y'all is going to not know what the fuck I'm talking about when I'm talking about laughing. But I'm going to do some laughing shit where it's going to be like, I'm going to predict this is what's going to happen the weeks that I can't talk. And then I'm going to air them, and y'all going to tell me how many of them is right. I'm going to start every episode with Donald Trump said something stupid that pissed a lot of people off. Because I know I always get that one right. And it'll be a little game, and y'all can, like, keep track and be like, holy shit, she was right. Some of y'all don't know what laughing is. They used to do shit 20 years later. Them motherfuckers used to say shit about President Ronald Reagan in 1988. Good old, good old, Nick at Night that now got shows on there that I watch. That's how I know I'm old. But, fuck it. You know? But I'm going to still do my drag race review. Make no mistake. Go get in geesh and all the good shit. But, you know, it was a good episode. I wanted to talk about it a little bit. But Legendary is good. It's something else. I don't necessarily always agree with the winners, but plus the way they cut Legendary is weird. Like, if somebody is doing a performance and this is all they have, y'all do too many reactions to the judges for me. I need to see what the fuck they did. And it's already short performances. You know? But Anjana should have been in the bottom. Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry at all. You know what I would have liked to have seen? If you're going to bring the lip sync assassins back on RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm going back to RuPaul's Drag Race now. If you were going to bring the lip sync assassin back, I wish that the lip sync would have been to the song that the lip sync assassin is coming back to, but I guess that would have been predictable. Because after 2 episodes, you'd have caught on, like, wait, why am I lip syncing This Will Be? Well, obviously the assassin is going to be Dita Ritz, you know? But I thought that would have been cool. What else is going on? I'm 3 episodes in 13 Reasons Why, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm watching. I'll tell y'all that. I've already been spoiled on 13 Reasons Why. Yeah. I'm already spoiled on 13 Reasons Why. And I'm like, really? Really thought 13 Reasons Why would have ended up with some motherfuckers in prison, but I guess not. Let me ask y'all this. Does anybody watch American Soul? I still gotta finish Pose season 2. But does anybody know Ryan Murphy can get... It's hard to watch all of a Ryan Murphy show because Ryan Murphy can get real fucking sloppy after a couple seasons, man. And Pose season... That last season of Pose was... I didn't finish it. Because it just got to a point... That Soul Train episode, I just was like, ugh. Not Soul Train. I don't know why y'all think Stacey Lane Matthews is that great of a lip syncer. She's not. But, when they was on Solid Gold, they was Solid Gold dancers. I was like, ew. And I stopped watching it. Ryan Murphy does the bird and take it too far a lot. That's why I didn't even finish all the fucking Hollywood. I was like, you do the most in a way that ain't cute. And the shows that should have continued, but maybe they shouldn't have. Because Scream Queens, maybe we didn't need a season 3 of Scream Queens because you'd have fucked it up. That's what Ryan Murphy do. You're good at an anthology. You're good at an American Horror Story and an American Crime Story and Scream Queens. You're good at an anthology where the story is fresh and new each season. Look no further than Glee. That after a couple seasons, that fucking Hollywood, that Hollywood was fucking trash, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's supposed to be this alternate universe that all is right in the world, but come on. Who is that for? You? Yay. All the people of color and the gays got what they deserved. Problematically and Michelle. I mean. I didn't care two motherfucks about her. Like, I was shocked to see her on Scream Queens. Which she did a decent job. She shouldn't have been on season 2. She should have been killed off on season 1. But you fuck with her, so whatever. Glee. I mean, she was the main character, but it was just you wrote her problematicness into the script. But we all know once Glee tried to bring in fucking Supergirl and all that shit, it was trash. Exactly, David Lopez. That's exactly what I'm saying about Ryan Murphy. Like, you have these great ideas and your series and shit start off good. And you're creative and you include a lot of people of color and a lot of queer people in your series, and that's great. But it's not good. Like, you start off well and then it's not good. You start off well and then it's not good. And I never watched Nip Tuck, so I don't know how far Nip Tuck went off the rails. But fuck everything else you touched. Scream Queens was something that was perfect for you because Scream Queens was a comedy and it was supposed to be that ridiculous. Like, that Hollywood, the way Hollywood started seemed like it was really a drama and it was really going somewhere. And like the turn it took, and Ryan Murphy loves to use real people in real life situations. He loves to do that and do alternative histories, and that's great. But Netflix, you got hoes because Hollywood was bad. Hollywood gave me what's the show? Smash Tease. Hollywood gave me real Smash Tease, where it's like you didn't know how to wrap that up and it ends up with everybody winning all the awards. That's not what happens in real life, man. And I understand that you want to give Anna Mae Wong her flowers and you want to be like Hollywood could have been different if they just accepted people of color and gave. I'd have been more intrigued about a story of these people really going through the struggles and not winning at the end, because that's more realistic, especially for the time that you put and set the thing in. Darren Criss would not just be full-fledged telling people that he was half Filipino when he could pass as white in Hollywood. That wouldn't happen. Rock Hudson fell in love with a goddamn hooker. Like, he couldn't have, even as a gay man, couldn't have fucked anybody that he fucking wanted. Do y'all know what Rock Hudson looked like when he was young? Honey. And there was some basis in true story. And I understand. I mean, I like alternate history. The Watchmen is an alternate history. I'm sorry, I always call it The Watchmen. It's not The Watchmen, it's just Watchmen. I'm not talking about the HBO series, I'm talking about the graphic novel, because I read that first before the movie came out. And even the movie. Superman Red Sun, which I would wish they would go ahead and make a movie out of Superman Red Sun, because the story of if Superman would have landed in Russia instead of Kansas, and what he would have been, and what the world would have been like Russia would have just ran everything, the man in the high castle. Shit like that, that's alternate history. Give me alternate history that's believable. If it went this way, then that's what would have happened. We're not, what they did in fucking Hollywood was unfucking believable, man. You have a serious question? Ask it. Go ahead, Isaac. You got a serious question? Ask it. Because it's a 2-hour mark, we done. So go ahead and ask it. Why do I think that the richer blacks of POC are not speaking out like Oprah, Tyler Perry, etc.? Because I feel like those people have been rich so goddamn long that the average everyday struggle of the black person don't affect them. That's why. See, here's what happens. You have black people and people of color and queer people that really got money like that. Jay-Z, Kanye West. But a lot of those people, Dave Chappelle. A lot of those people, even though they have money, your trade is the fact that you did start from a certain place. And your trade is that you still continue to keep it real with that fan base. So of course you're gonna do that. Somebody like Rihanna is gonna donate money. Beyonce and Jay-Z are gonna raise money. They know what it is. Oprah and Tyler Perry have been rich so goddamn long. Oprah can't tell me what's going on in the fucking streets right now. I don't gotta know. I live in my own little bubble where everybody around me do whatever the fuck I say. I don't know. I do have a problem with Oprah and Gayle because they've gotten a lot of heat and a lot of criticism for black men, whether it's unjust or not. It's not for me to say. I didn't follow it close enough to know. But the fact that y'all are silent now speaks fucking volumes. Even Kanye West, that we don't even really fuck with no more, is putting George Floyd's daughter through college, gave his family money, did all these things, and he didn't say a word. But he did put his money where his mouth was. That spoke enough. It would be great if you spoke out against it, but you did put your money where your mouth is. You really ain't got to say nothing. You did something that none of the rest of us could do. His family ain't never got to worry about no more ever again in life. You handled that. That's more than any of the rest of us can say. We can only all do what we can do. I can't donate money to shit because I don't got none. I just got my sick leave straightened out and I'm not even getting the full payoff because I ran out. I can only do what I can do, but I can go and march. I'm not a celebrity. So when I go out and march, I ain't got to worry about people mobbing me or making sure I got security or can't be out there because I'm a target. But I can go out there and march. You can only do what you can do. Okay? So even somebody like Kanye West, who has not had favor with black people since he said slavery was a choice, did something that we couldn't do for a family that has lost somebody who is not the reason and the only reason why we're doing it, but was the straw that broke the camel's back. At least he can do that. Oprah, Tyler Perry, Gail, where y'all at? What is y'all doing? And I'm not saying that people don't donate money because they don't want people to know that they did that. That's not anybody's business if that's what you did or not. It's not. But I feel like you do have a certain responsibility. And you can give the money. And you can give the money and don't nobody gonna know where the money came from. That's not anybody's business what you do with your money. It's great if you do it. Thank you, Kanye West. Because the average person couldn't do that. And thank you, Kanye West. A lot of people didn't know that Beyonce had a whole foundation, donated a lot of money to Hurricane Katrina. A lot of people didn't know that. That wasn't nobody's business. But I feel like you have a responsibility not only financially, but if you have a certain status and you have a platform that you can say something, you have a responsibility to say something. And if the only thing that you say is, well, I gave $1 million to this, Michael Jordan and his foundation is giving $100 billion over 10 years to Black Lives Matters and different causes. Even if that's all you say. Not saying you got to flex your bucks, but you did put your money where your mouth is. So in essence, you did say something because you let somebody know this is what I'm doing though. I'm not saying that the way that you spend your money, if you donate money to different causes, that it's anybody's business that you did that, because it's not. Because guess what? Prince did that shit and nobody knew what the fuck Prince was doing with his money. And he donated to a lot of black causes. A whole lot. And it didn't come out until after he died. But I guarantee you, if Prince was alive today and Michael Jackson both, and this came out, yeah, they might have been donating money that you didn't even know they was donating all along. But they would have spoke on it. So if you're not going to tell that you put money somewhere, then you're not saying anything. He's been quiet because he's been speaking to real people in power while we protest. Tyler Perry, we don't believe you. Do you know personally why I don't care for Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry movies? Y'all want to know the truth? In the 18 minutes, I'm going to tell you, because it's at the 2-hour mark. I need to be done with this and I need to go to bed. You know why? Because you sell black pain for profit. That's why I don't like Tyler Perry. You sell... Oh, shit. I must have left the cigarettes in there. That's probably what I was going to go get. I'm not even buzzed. I'm just tired. You sell black pain for profit. And you have a responsibility to tell black stories. And the black stories you tell are fucking horror stories. And if somebody who has never met a black person, because this still happens in this country today, especially in them red states in the middle of Montana and shit like that, where there are still cities that's only got 500 people that they never leave a city and ain't nobody a person of color. You have a responsibility to tell black stories. And the black stories you tell are horror stories. Or men are horrible, or women are weak, or women are so fucking downtrodden and ruined by a man, and it only takes a man to save them from it. A Christian man, which, don't get me wrong, I love the Lord. I consider myself to be a Christian. I consider Jesus Christ to be my Savior, all that. But I also, rest in peace, Foster, know a man whose mother was married to a deacon and used to lock him and his daughter, him and his sister, in the closet and beat the fuck out of his mother. Are you Christian for real, or are you just saying you're Christian because that's what you're supposed to do? I'm a whole lot more Christian than some people that go to church every Sunday, and that's real. And that's real. You're telling horror stories about our people. The women are always, and that works for a stage play. Oh, I believe it too. But that works for a stage play. I believe that too, David Lopez. But that works for a stage play because a stage play has to be exaggerated. Once you went into doing movies and TV shows, some kind of way it was accepted for you to still tell these exaggerated stories that are supposed to be exaggerated on stage. They're supposed to be exaggerated. And somebody told you it was okay to do this, that Madea was some kind of positive role model, which I will be the first person to tell you. Madea also is probably like more Christian old women that I know. Like, oh, I'm Christian, but I will cuss you out. And I am carrying this gun and I will fuck you up. That's real. That's real because I don't believe Christianity is how much you go to church. I feel like Christianity is, do you believe Jesus died for your sins? Is that your Lord and Savior? Do you believe he died for your sins? And what your faith is. That's it and that's all. It don't matter how much you go to church, how much you tithe. That's not what makes you Christian to me. But the stories that you tell, and you can even say you're telling these stories for black people, but what are the stories that you're telling for black people? Because you make it seem like women ain't nothing without a man. A man got to save you. Sure, you want to do the that duality of this black man is so horrible, but this black man is so great, and that's just not humanity. And it's always the woman just stay with this man and do her so bad, like she can't get out of this herself. I don't like it. Oh, really, Holmes? For real? You know what, Holmes? I think you told me that before. I think we had that conversation before, actually. That rings a bell. I think you told me about this before. 100%, Holmes. Yeah. Do I think that he started catering to white people? Yeah, why do you think that you started getting stories with Tyler Perry and all of a sudden now white people are in it? 100%. I think you started doing caricature. This is what I think. You started doing caricatures of black people because that works on stage. It has to be exaggerated for stage. It has to be. It has to be exaggerated for stage. If everything is 100% realistic on stage, that's boring. Because in our mind, in our mind, if we can see it, it's real life. So it has to be exaggerated for stage. You want to say with T.S. Madison, Holmes know what the Queen's Supreme Court is. But to do that in your movies and continue to do that in your movies and continues to be these caricatures of black people in your movies. And they're not really comedies anymore at this point. The Oval. My mama say this all the time, like, well, you know I'm about to watch this. I know you don't like Tyler Perry. Yes, the reason why I don't like him. Why does, by definition, black media have to be bad? It's because it's acceptable, and it's because white people want to see us shuck and fucking jive like they always fucking have. And I think Tyler Perry 100% perpetuates that stereotype. And that's why I don't fuck with him. The only movie I felt like he ever had that did not perpetuate that stereotype, and it still did, it just made the woman bad. And it still did, and that was the storyline where the white people were the savior, was The Family That Prays, and that's the only decent Tyler Perry movie I ever seen. And that particular movie was like the white savior movie. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like there's pieces of shit and great people of every race, sexual orientation, creed, color, nationality, everything. There's good and bad. But you, as Tyler Perry, will not do all of these crap ass fucking movies where it's such caricatures of black people, and then you get to your one decent movie and it's the white savior movie. Like, oh, the white lady was just so great, and her best friend was this black lady that worked for her, and she changed her life, but the black lady was still humble and did all of this and this and this and this. And then when they tried to take her company, her own fucking daughter, oh well, no, I'm gonna have to stop you. No, no, I don't fuck with Tyler Perry, and because he talking to important people. What's the important people you talking to? Then you might need to let us know who the fuck you talking to, because I don't fucking trust you. It's the same thing it's almost the opposite of what I tell y'all about Omarosa. I tell y'all about Omarosa all the time. I bring up Omarosa a lot because I know Omarosa, not on a super personal level, but I do know her. I've done productions with her. She was about 3 or 4 years ahead of me in school. She was Miss Youngstown. She was so pro black. And then, like, she gets on there pretty and all this. I said, but I also, because she's from here, I know how she grew up. And I know that she was taking care of her mother. She was taking care of her brother's kids. For them to have a better life, to not grow up in the projects like she did. And I know for a fact, I don't know this for a fact, I feel it in my gut. The reason why she got kicked out that White House is because some shit was going on, and she was like, "Now enough is a fucking enough now. Wait a minute." And she was trying to tell him something, and he got rid of her. And I believe that in my gut, like I know it to be true, like I know it to be fact, like she told me out her mouth. I feel that in my fucking gut. Because you'll do a lot to hold on to money, especially when you're taking care of other people. Especially when you're taking care of other people. You will do a lot and put up with a lot for fucking money when you can take care of your whole fucking family. But it'll get to a point where I can't do this shit no more. And I, to this day, believe that's what happened. To this day. Because y'all forgets. She had her own dating show on TV One called Are You the One? That was executive produced by Donald Trump, where Albie Shore was on there and she was dating people, and y'all failed to realize that she was engaged to Michael Clark Duncan when he died. She wasn't that far off. But I know something you don't know. Oh, she 100% did not have self-hatred, and I promise you that. I promise you, she ain't had no self-hatred. I promise you, she infiltrated. She infiltrated and she mimicked them to get her coin. Because you have to understand, she was already in D.C. before she went in. He wasn't in politics. She was in politics. She worked in the White House when she went on The Apprentice. But that is a Youngstown trait. We are loyal. So you made me a household name. You made me a household name as a villain. I'm going to continue to be a fucking villain because that's what makes me fucking money. But a lot of times what y'all was looking at as her being a villain, I seen the Youngstown in her, and I was like, a lot of these things that y'all are saying she's a villain because she's calling motherfuckers out. Now, yeah, she played it up. She played it up for TV. She always wanted to be an actress. She played it up for TV. 100%. But a lot of times she was calling these motherfuckers out, speaking truth to power, but all we could see is black bitch. And they sold it to us and packaged it to us that way. But because I knew her and she from my hometown, I was like, yeah, she playing it up. I knew when she was playing it up. I knew when that Youngstown creeped out. Since The Apprentice. She was on the first season of The Apprentice. I watched the first season of The Apprentice because she was on it. They played it up. Donald Trump know how to make money. She made him some money. She could move her mama up out of motherfucking the hood. She could take care of her brother's kids while he was in prison, because I think he's still in prison. But these are things that y'all wouldn't know, and it's not, it ain't for her to tell y'all that if she don't want to. But this is what happened. So I understood why she was fucking riding. My family eating good, and we grew up in the fucking projects. I know where she came from. So I get it. This is a job. This is a way for me to maintain my people get the fuck up out of this fucking desolate wasteland that is Youngstown, Ohio. That I ain't got to worry about them. I'm over here. I ain't got to worry about running home every 2 weeks because somebody is in trouble and somebody is in jail or this happened, and I got to send money every week. No, we good. Money just in the bank. But I believe she got the job at the White House because, let's be honest, regardless of what your political beliefs is, if you can get a job in the White House, you would fucking take it. Let's be honest. And she was the fucking pawn. Because, we do have somebody in charge of African American affairs. Yeah, I'm going to take that job too. And I believe she got fired because he went too far about some shit, and that Youngstown came out, and she was like, I can't do this shit no more, y'all. I can't do it no more. I can't sell my soul no more. I can tell y'all that like she told it to me because I know who she grew up and I knew who she was as a teenager. She was so pro fucking black, y'all. She was so pro black, she didn't believe in fucking perms. So pro black. I believe she got fired because some shit really went down and she was like, you know what? Nope, no, no, nope, nope. And that Youngstown came out. I believe that with all my heart. With all my heart, I believe that. Because she was in charge of African American affairs. And some shit came down the pipeline and she like, no. And that Youngstown came out. And that's why they said like she had to be escorted out the White House. Because that Youngstown came out. And that old Omarosa came out. You can't hide who you are. You can only, how long can you sell your soul for? And she just was like, nope. Now, mind you, to remind you, I just told y'all she had already worked in the White House before The Apprentice. So she had got back to the White House and was an appointee of a committee. Y'all taking that job too, and I don't give a fuck what you think y'all politics is. Because that looks excellent on a resume, especially if you came from the bottom of the fucking hood. You taking that job too. Get the fuck out of here, y'all lying. You are lying to me and yourself if you say you wouldn't take the job no matter what. How much money am I making to work in the White House? And I'm running a committee? You taking that fucking job. Whether you think you're going to try to make a difference or not, but you taking that fucking job. And she probably really thought, because she might have been seeing a different side of him because it's been since The Apprentice. Got her own fucking TV show. She might have seen a different side of him. Up until he got to be president and he thought he was running shit. We don't know. But I believe with all my heart, she got fired because some shit came down the pipeline and that Youngstown came out like, no. You can't do this. Or you was trying to tell her something, trying to say something. Or they heard a phone call of you saying something. And you got the boot. And that's why they said they had to escort her out. Because that Youngstown came out. I believe that like she told it to me. And I mean that. Omarosa ain't got no motherfucking health. No self-hatred. She know who she was as a black woman. She was infiltrating. She did what she had to do. And don't you ever get it fucked up. She ain't never had no self-hatred as a black woman. No way. No fucking way. I promise you. No fucking way. No fucking way. Anything else? What else is going on? Y'all got a few more minutes. Anything else? No? Alright, y'all got one more cigarette. One more cigarette and I'm to bed. Y'all got one more cigarette. One more. Oh. Well, you know. That is a straw. Okay. Here's tea. Here's tea. Piping hot. I think that at this point, it's difficult to say. It's very difficult to say. Hold on. It's very difficult to say. Because I got a couple different opinions on this. For real. I think this. I think that not enough people know who Amy Kablocher is. Saturday Night Live and Rachel Dratch Planner. I think that if and only if. Now, see, for a minute, I thought Joe Biden lost it. Then all hell. And, well, people are starting to really realize Donald Trump is an idiot. But we are so racially divided in this country that just like more black people come out than ever to vote against him, more fucking redneck, racist, flag carrying, KKK, NRA motherfuckers will vote for him. How you counterbalance that? Not only do you have to pick a female VP, you have to pick a black female VP. Because even with all of this going on, and people recognizing, and people who 4 years ago was 17 to 13, who now are going to be 18 and can vote, just as much of them were progressives. Just as many of them as rednecks, if not fucking more, because they keep having babies because, spoiler alert, they on welfare more than we are. So, I think what you have to do, it has to be Kamala Harris, it has to be Stacey Abrams, it has to be Maxine Waters. I think that you might could get the vote even if you picked AOC. I don't think it could be a Muslim. I don't think it could be a Jew. I don't think it could be somebody that's not a Christian. But I think you have to pick a female and a female of color. And it's got to be a female of color with some juice. I personally don't even think Kamala Harris is the best choice. I think you solidly win. And I don't know if she's willing to do it. Your solid win is Michelle Obama. That's your solid win. Amy, don't nobody give a fuck about Amy. Don't nobody know who Amy is. Kamala Harris, We wasn't fucking when you was running with for president. Do that turn my head? Because now you going running for vice president? A little. I'm blue wave. I don't give a fuck if it was a goddamn puppy running against Trump. I would vote for the fucking puppy. But everybody don't feel that way. So you gotta make it spicy. You gotta make the ticket show stopping. I'm sorry, a reality personality, a reality show fucking host just won the fucking presidency. So let's keep it a buck. It's gotta be like TV. It's gotta be spicy. It's gotta be interesting. It's gotta be something I'm willing to watch. It's gotta be something I'm willing to support. You have to get a black woman, and if you can't get nobody, if you can't get Michelle Obama locks it up for you. Straight up and down. Michelle Obama, you got to win. You got to win with Michelle Obama, period. But if she don't want to do it, you got to go with like AOC, Stacey Abrams, even though Maxine Waters is old, Maxine Waters. You can go with the mayor of D.C. because he just put that Black Lives Matter all on the fucking street. That's not a female. But before you go with a female, it's definitely got to be somebody black, a black female, ideally, a female of color, ideally, but it's got to be a person of color. Flat out. Amy ain't gonna do shit. That ain't gonna change nobody's mind. I would even be looking at Andrew Yang. Because Andrew Yang is the I told you so candidate. Or if you have to go with somebody, it's got to be Bernie. So that the Bernie Bros is on your side. But your choices are probably not going to be the best option. Your choice has to be what's going to get you elected. This is the world we're in now. It has to be who's going to get you elected. Michelle Obama gives you a fucking lock. Michelle Obama go for VP, that's a lock. Joe Biden got it. It's over. It's over. Michelle Obama do it, it's a lock. It's over. Because you fucked it up. And being Obama's VP does not stop. We're more political than ever now. We have more information than ever now. Joe Biden, your record with black people is not great. It's not. And we're more informed than ever. Now, the majority of us is going to vote for you over Donald Trump. But the people that are undecided because y'all are both fucking douchebags, that's when the VP gets real interesting. Mike Pence is a douchebag. What you need is a black, I'm not going to say black, black ideally. Ideally. But you need a person of color. You need somebody progressive. You need somebody that is completely and equally on the books and everything for equal rights. If it's not going to be a black female, they have to be on the books for equal rights. Hell, I would even say because Bernie is a Jew, that's a minority. You have to have a minority. And you have to have a progressive whose track record is very progressive, who has always been for people of fucking color, who is pro people of color, pro weed. I'm not going to say anti-military, but don't think that's where all our money needs to go, and needs to believe in gun reform. That has to be your VP or you're fucking done. And sorry, Amy, you don't fit the bill. It has to be a real fucking, a white woman is not going to do it. It can't be Amy. That's not going to work. The name alone, your name is Amy. That reeks of Amy is a Karen. I'm just saying, and one of my best friends' name is Amy, but that reeks of you're a Karen. You're running against somebody that's flashy. That got the election for being fucking flashy. for being a reality show star. You gotta fight fire with fire or else we lose this fucking election. And that's real. I ain't telling you what I want. I'm telling you what we need. Mike Pence already is not fucking sparkly. That's why he picked him. Because you was erratic. They had to get a lifelong Republican that's anti-gay and anti-abortion and pro-gun and pro-military. He had to get that VP to get where he was at. You got to have a VP that's the complete opposite of Mike Pence. That's what has to happen. Y'all might not like it, but it's the truth. Hi, nephew. See, nephew, look, my nephew, look, listen. Look, I know I'm everybody TT and everybody's mama in the house agrees, but he was my nephew well beyond that. He know? Am I wrong? Shit, he at the age that he couldn't vote at the last election. He can vote in this one, though. Dylan, I 100% agree with you. But like I said, I will vote for a puppy before I vote for Trump ass again. And what we got to worry about is these idiots that want to vote for the Jill Steins and shit like that. Because the third party candidate is always taking away from the Democratic candidate. They're never taking away from the fucking Republican candidate. Dylan, I just said that. Y'all, tell him, didn't I say you got to go. If you can't get Michelle Obama, because that's your ticket. But if you can't get her, you got to go Stacey Abrams, Maxine Waters. You got to go AOC. Like I said, right now, the mayor of D.C. got juice. It's not a female, but it is black. It is somebody that is very the opposite of Mike Pence. You have to do that. We're in the internet age. It's about the show now. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. The mayor of D.C., because he put that big Black Lives Matter all the way across D.C., got a lot of juice right now. %, Dylan. 100%. And the votes that the states that he won was always less than because black voters didn't turn out. You have to make the black voters turn out. And I'm sorry, Joe Biden, because you were Barack Obama's vice president, ain't enough. It's not enough. You have a VP. If it's not going to be black, it has to be a person. If it's not going to be, listen, if you can't get Michelle Obama, you better get Bernie. Other than that, you better get a woman of color. And if you can't get Michelle Obama, you better get Stacey Abrams. You better get Maxine Waters. AOC. I don't even know if I don't know what the rules are. I know for president you have to be 35. AOC might not even be old enough. For president you have to be 35. I don't know what the rules are for vice president. AOC. I don't know if vice president has to be as old. But the law says to run for president you have to be at least 35 years of age. I don't know what the law is for vice president. AOC might not be old enough. But you have to get somebody with some juice. And it either has to be Bernie. If it's not Bernie or Michelle Obama, it has to be a female, preferably black or at least of color. It has to be. You have to get these black voters out. And a lot of them, unfortunately, are not looking at the issues. Yeah, that's what I said. Or a woman of if you can't get Bernie, and you can't get somebody black, then it has to be a woman of color. Period. Your ideal choice would be Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama locks it up for you. Michelle Obama, done deal. You won. Michelle Obama, you won. But I think after being next to her husband for 8 years, I don't think that happens. I don't think that happens. And that's fine. But if you don't get Michelle Obama, then you better get Bernie. If you can't get Bernie, it has to be either a black man with some juice, and I ain't talking about like no Cory Booker. I'm not talking about Kamala Harris. You gonna have to get the mayor. Look, the mayor of DC right now got a lot of juice. If you announce your VP right now, the mayor of DC got a lot of juice. If not, you have to get Stacey Abrams, Maxine Waters, Elliott. Nobody had the two. And I'm just keeping a buck with you. Because of how black people are so into Christianity, I don't even know if you can get neither of the Muslim girls. And I don't mean to say disrespectful to say girls, because I'll still say girl about myself. That's not being disrespectful. I know they grown ass women, but this is what has to happen for us to win. It has to. It has to have somebody that's a great track record with black and brown issues. They have to be pro-gun reform. They basically have to be the complete opposite of Mike Pence. It has to happen. David Lopez, here's what happens with party lines. Here's what happens. And I know the majority of y'all do not come to me because I know these things or because I'm educated, but I am very highly educated on these things. Yeah, for sure, we knew that from Hillary Clinton's campaign. They do not want Bernie to be the nominee. It's not a secret. A lot of these politicians are going to toe the party line as much as they can so that they can keep their jobs that they have. They're running for president, but they're senators, they're House representatives, they're this, they're that. So they have to toe the party line to keep their jobs, or to say, well, because we're running the party, well, if Joe Biden wins, then you'll be Secretary of State, then you'll be Secretary of the Interior, and then you have a better chance to have a bid 8 years later from now. And outside of Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, they're all relatively young, where that's a realistic possibility. Do I think they all dropped out for Joe Biden to get the nomination? Yes. Do I feel like they all dropped out for Joe Biden to get the nomination because they thought that he was Barack Obama's VP and people would turn out to vote for him? Yes. Did they underestimate black people like they always do? 100%. Okay, yeah, you was his VP, but we voted for him so we could have a black president. Sight unseen. That's why the numbers were unprecedented. You had zero to do with that, sir. He could have picked Chewbacca as a vice president. We would still gonna come vote for Barack Obama. And I'm saying we, the royal we, like black people. We was go. That's why the turnout was like that. A black president? Yeah, I'm voting for that. Not me personally. I'm just saying the royal we as black people. Yeah, black president? Fuck yeah. You was his vice president. Bubbles the fucking chimp could have been his vice president. We was still gonna fucking vote. That ain't the type of juice you get. And you got real cocky and went on the Breakfast Club and thought you had more juice because you was Obama's vice president. You're lucky the news cycle changed quickly But don't think it ain't motherfuckers that didn't forget. I think that the civil unrest that we're at right now is a good thing. I don't think it has anything to do with Joe Biden. But I also think that nobody thinks Joe Biden is going to make it better. I went to a protest where the motherfucker said, "Don't tell me to vote." Because they all corrupt. People don't believe in voting. They believe in voting to get the candidate that they think is going to do something. Motherfuckers don't think Joe Biden is going to do something. So you have to get the vice president nomination. You have to announce your vice presidential nomination. And it has to be something that somebody is willing to vote for because they think they're going to do something. It has to be a person. If it's not going to be Bernie, and it's not going to be Michelle Obama, it has to be a woman of color, or else you don't get the votes. Hey, 1993, that's what has to happen. Period. And if that doesn't happen, do not be surprised if we get Trump for 4 more years. Because just as much as we are looking at it and seeing what happened while he was elected, and we're seeing it as a bad thing, them redneck, prejudice, gun-toting NRA motherfuckers, fuck nigger motherfuckers, this is a white man's America motherfuckers, see this is a good thing. And just as much as we got new voters, they do too. Please know I ain't talking up the side of my neck. I'm talking because I know what I know. Politics is kind of my shit. I'm like Tyrion Lannister. I drink and I know things. Like, for real. I'm like Tyrion Lannister, man. I drink and I know things. We're all put on this earth to do something. At least I'm using my platform to speak on the shit I know. Oh yeah, if I get in the position that I can do that, I want to organize rise to the polls. I really do. like to kick it. I'm a karate guy. Telling y'all the truth, man. Oh, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning will be my AS5 review. I know how to do this. Let's get it right here and over. That's why it's gonna be finished. Okay. I like to kick it. I'm a karate guy. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. But somebody asked me a serious question. I was supposed to be off of here 26 minutes ago, and y'all got me going on some politics shit. Y'all don't never want my channel to grow no further than this, huh? Because every time I start talking about this political shit, I just feel like my numbers go down and down and down. I mean, but honestly, if you're a gun-toting NRA Republican, are you really watching RuPaul's Drag Race? Probably not. Now I'm in a cowboy hat. Hey, oh, I'm so mad they took that off of fucking TP. I know y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I tell y'all what. I will send y'all a t-shirt. If anybody know where this weird-ass song that I'm singing came from. I like to kick it. I'm a karate guy. Hey, hey, now I'm in a cowboy hat. Hey, now I'm in a cowboy hat. Hey, now I'm in 3 cowboys hat. Hey, oh, Lady Maggot is just, you're not a Trump supporter. You're getting bookings because you were a bad drag queen. The fuck could you be a fucking Trump supporter and a drag queen? You're an idiot. And they're using you to say, oh, we accept it. Like Pence ain't the goddamn VP who just fucking passed the bill that gays can't adopt. We're back to that again. So you would rather have kids in foster care than to have 2 loving parents that may be same sex? What happens when it's a full house situation where the mother dies and the uncle moves in to help raise the kids? How is that any different than the men being lovers? It's still 2 men raising a kid. Some of y'all is going to be too old to remember the show My Two Dads. It was literally about, if I'm not mistaken, 2 guys that slept with the same woman and she died. And they didn't even know which one was the father, but they was friends and they moved in together to raise a little girl. How is that any different? So you would just rather them keep introducing new mother figures? And they like, how's that any different? Or a single parent home is better than to have two loving parents. What would have happened to my niece if my sister wasn't like the best mom ever, and I moved in with my sister to help raise my niece? That's still 2 women. What's the fucking difference? Okay, Anna Santa, I said the movie, but you are right. You're right, but I said the movie. And you probably went to go look it up by the lyrics. Because you said the name of the group. You ain't say the movie. I think you looked that up. That don't count. I think you looked up the lyrics. Because I was like, how would you say the group before you said the movie? I think you looked that up. I think y'all all looked that up now. Because now David Lopez is like, oh, now I know the movie. I think y'all looked that up. I like to kick it. I'm a karate guy. Hey, hey, it's the best movie ever. It rang a bell though. Yeah, totes. It rang a bell though. The Lonely Island is the shit. I just want y'all to know that if y'all didn't. All my UK people are probably not in the building tonight because they didn't get the premiere. They didn't get the premiere. They'll get both episodes next week. So my UK people are probably not in here because The Lonely Island is like the United States of Mighty Boosh. You did look it up. You can't lie. I know y'all did. Cause I was like, none of y'all didn't answer fast enough. Cause anybody that knows that movie, soon as I bet you if I put it on Twitter right now and put I like to kick it, I'm a karate guy, which movie, how fast people will react to that. And it's actually Pop Star Never Stop, Never Stopping, and y'all looked it up and it doesn't count. Are you obsessed with Noel Fielding? So am I. Oh my god, so am I. I am so obsessed with Noel Fielding. So am I. I love him so much. Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm sure Jake Yoncé and Maddie Rance, at the very least, live streamed it if didn't nobody else. I like to kick it. I'm a karate guy. Hey hey But none of y'all ever seen the movie? Oh, bitch! If you ever get a chance to watch Pop Star Never Stop, Never Stopping, okay, this is another video I need to do. Because I'm trying to like record a lot of videos so that way I don't have a voice. I'm still trying to figure out a text to talk function so that I can do my drag race reviews, but um, I'll be having surgery on the 15th and I'm not going to be able to talk for a while. So if I can't figure out a way to do this, I'm not going to be able to do drag race reviews. So I have to try to figure out also how to do a text to talk feature. Um, People are saying do it on the whiteboard, but when I tell y'all my handwriting is atrocious and y'all wouldn't be able to read it, um, I'm thinking about maybe even doing like a screen share and just typing. But I'm trying to still make it in a way that the video is entertaining because it's not going to be. The entertainment is me talking and how like I react to stuff and my actual reaction. It's going to be kind of hard to do that doped up and I can't speak. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do drag race reviews for those 2 weeks. But I wanted to also do backup reviews of things. And I think one of the reviews I want to do is like some movies that were actually flops that I feel like y'all should watch that I really love. And Pop Star Never Stopping is one. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story is one, which I just noticed was they in June came on Netflix, and I was like, if you don't fuck with Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story, don't even fucking talk to me, cause it's amazing. Cherry Pop is another one. Um, I don't like the ending, but it's kind of trash, but kind of great, and that's really related to Drag Race. Oh, Louise, that's so sweet. Um, I don't know how doped up I'll be. I don't know if I'll be in Geesh, but I'm trying to figure out a way to still do a Drag Race review without being able to talk. Um, but I also want to do some backup reviews as well. Um, some other videos, some other movies. Pop Star Never Stopping, and Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story, which is kind of crazy because they're similar in a way. Where Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story is kind of a parody on the musical biopic, And then Pop Star Never Stop Never Stoppin' is a parody of the um like kind of like documentary of a musician. Like it's directly patterned after Justin Bieber Never Stop Stopping or whatever it's called. Um, both of which flopped in the box office but are comedy fucking gold. Um, but I have a lot of movies that I'm like they flopped at the box office. I'm like, but if you sat down and the movies that flopped at the box office are movies that I was like, I can't wait to see that. Like Birds of Prey, they say was a flop. I really liked Birds of Prey. I liked what they did with Birds of Prey. I like what they did with their in-universe Harley Quinn. Let me see what else. Another one would be Death of a Dynasty. Death of a Dynasty is a fictional Jay-Z and a fictional Dame Dash. And it's Kevin Hart's like second movie because his first one was Paper Soldiers, which was also a Rockefeller movie. Um, but Death of a Dynasty I like better. Cats. I haven't even seen Cats yet. I'm not ready. I ain't trying to bust a stitch over Cats. I'm not ready. I gotta wait till they take my goddamn sutures out my neck first. I'm not ready. Um, like, cause Cats to me feels like that's gonna be so bad it's good. Right. I do love So Bad It's Good, and I got a list of those too to get through. But these are movies that are actually good that flopped at the box office, like comedies that were smart and funny, like Community. Community is on Netflix and Hulu. I would suggest Netflix because you can go straight through it. You don't realize how great Community is, but I watched that in real time. Like y'all was all about Parks and Recreations. Let me see. Oh, she had more than 6 lines now. I feel like where they messed up at is it wasn't a Birds of Prey movie. It should have been. If I would have named it that, I would have named it Harley Quinn. I would have said Harley Quinn colon introducing the Birds of Prey. Is probably the way that I would have did the movie. I also think that your next movie has to be Birds of Prey versus Gotham City Sirens. Because at the end of Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn obviously was not with them, but Harley Quinn is part of the Gotham City Sirens. And the Gotham City Sirens are the bad guys. It is Catwoman and it is Poison Ivy. First of all, here's where we're at. The Harley Quinn cartoon series is fucking killing fucking Birds of Prey. Killing it. Murdering it. It's done. It's Harley Quinn. Here's where we're at. The Harley Quinn cartoon. The Harley Quinn cartoon did a better job of Harley Quinn than the Birds of Prey movie did. But I can accept that you have already established Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad. So I like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I like what they did with the characters in Birds of Prey. I think your strongest character outside of Harley Quinn was Huntress. I think that she didn't get enough lines. But at the same time, based on who Huntress is and her character, and they went with the continuity of her being Helena Bertinelli, she wouldn't have a lot of lines. I think like that whole sequence when like she was just fucking motherfuckers up and she came down the pipe and it was like, you're just so cool. I think that is the character. She's socially awkward. She hasn't done anything but trained to kill people. She shouldn't talk that much. But you didn't give her enough characteristics for her not to talk. If that makes any sense. Like, you have mute characters in movies. A perfect example is Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot. She wasn't a major character, but the Jay's daughter's best friend, who was deaf and didn't talk, who was like almost like the new Silent Bob, because she didn't talk, and when she did, she had like the deaf people talk. No offense, um, but like she talked like a deaf person, but she only had like that one line. Was way more impactful than what Hunter should have been, because Hunters really shouldn't talk. You should be traumatized from the fact that you had to be so quiet because your whole family got murdered around you, and you had to be quiet or else you'd have got killed too. And that should be part of your character arc. And you should be a woman of few words and just action. But they didn't execute it the best way they could have in Birds of Prey. And they waited too late to do it. They did it, and they did it where she was a woman of few words and she didn't have that many lines. And it was right. She shouldn't. She should be traumatized. She had to be completely silent at like 6 years old while she watched the rest of her family get murdered. And if she would have made a noise, she'd have died. She shouldn't talk that much. She should be quiet. Was that portion, the Harley Quinn portion, executed perfectly. The Cassandra Cain, deal with it. Renee Montoya, perfect. Didn't hate Black Canary. I liked how they all had their own fighting style, and Black Canary was like a 70s fucking blaxploitation character, even from the way she dressed. I liked it. The structure could have been better. Don't call it Birds of Prey when we didn't get the Birds of Prey to the last half an hour. You already had quotations for it to be Birds of Prey, colon, something else. It should have been Harley Quinn, colon, introducing the Birds of Prey. And that should have been the name of the movie. Or what y'all named it eventually, Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. But I think you should have said introducing Birds of Prey. Or Harley Quinn, colon, Birds of Prey would have been good. Harley Quinn / Birds of Prey would have been good. Just naming the movie Birds of Prey, and we didn't get the Birds of Prey till like the last half an hour of the movie, was poor marketing. Especially when Harley Quinn is your big fucking draw. How did y'all not know to call the movie Harley Quinn, colon, something else? That was just an epic fail on fucking DC's part. Well, no. Marvel has their formula because Marvel had fucking 10 movies before we got to the fucking Avengers. DC wanted to play catch up. They shouldn't have. The Harley Quinn cartoon is spot fucking on. The Harley Quinn cartoon is what they wish Birds of Prey and One Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, which was cute and was a good name because it was very that universe's Harley Quinn, except for it wasn't Birds of Prey and the Emancipation. It was the Emancipation of Harley Quinn, then Birds of Prey. It was an origin story as well. Yes, Suicide Squad bungled the origin story. They did. They bungled the origin story. But we knew who Harley Quinn was in the Suicide Squad. This was the origin story of Harley Quinn post-Joker, which is the Harley Quinn that's in the comics and everything right now. Y'all fucked up. It was a Harley Quinn movie. I loved it. Bought the t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? I was there. Bought the t-shirt. Bought the jacket. For $90. It was everything that I wanted. But I was able to separate the name from the movie. I was able to watch the movie as a Harley Quinn fan and loved that it was mostly Harley Quinn. But I was excited for the Harley Quinn movie, even though it wasn't called the Harley Quinn movie, but I knew it was the Harley Quinn movie. And once I started watching the movie, I definitely knew it was the Harley Quinn movie. Y'all was better off naming it the Harley Quinn movie. When we went to go see Batman, any Batman, it wasn't called Batman and the Joker. It wasn't called Batman and the Penguin. It was called Batman. Everybody else is secondary. And then, once we love these other characters, then you have a Birds of Prey movie. You said you didn't realize. Oh, Harley Quinn was the Joker's #1 henchwoman and his girlfriend. But you have to understand, I watched Batman the animated series when it first came out. When Harley Quinn was introduced, I was there. Damn, they turned the lights out at the school and dogs started fucking scrapping. Yeah. I love Harley Quinn. I love that in the cartoon because they made that canon in the comic books that she was bisexual. I just watched a YouTube video where she was bisexual, but they didn't want to include that in the animated series. A different time, early 90s. But she was always intended to be bisexual. So they did that, and her and Poison Ivy are in an open relationship. Like, she is bisexual. I love that they did include that in Suicide Squad. If you blinked, you missed it. But they did, like, try to tell her story about, like, she was always kind of like a sucker for love. And they did show, like, her going through college because she has a PhD, as does Poison Ivy, which makes so much more sense for her and Poison Ivy to be a couple than her and the Joker, because they're both PhDs, so they're both highly intelligent. It makes more sense. And even though I'm not bisexual or lesbian or anything like that, it makes more sense. I'm about the story. Do I believe the story? Sure, you was in love with the Joker, and you did all these things because most fucking psychologists are fucked up, and that's why they become a psychologist. And this man turned you around, and all this stuff, and then when you left him, you ended up with somebody that was actually on your fucking level. Makes perfect sense to me. Could have got with Poison Ivy, could have got with Dr. Freeze, either one. Because Batman villains, a lot of them got PhDs. Makes sense to me. What was so special about the Joker anyway, Miss Quinn? I think that now that you have, okay, I'm going to answer one question. I'm going to answer Dave's question, and I'm going to answer Luis's question next. I don't think the Birds of Prey is a financial flop in the way that the media is portraying it. If it made its money back, which it did, it's not a flop. They broke even. It's not a flop. Um, but you have the DC Universe. You have DC Universe. You now have HBO Max where DC Universe can go. Maybe your movie just doesn't go to the theaters and it really makes money. Um, and that's a possibility now. That's what happens now. Maybe we don't get a sequel to Birds of Prey. Maybe we don't get Gotham City Sirens in the theater. But the way the world is now, you trying to hurry up and go back to the theater? I would much rather pay for DC Universe or HBO Max and watch it there. Gotham is gritty. It ain't got to be as colorful as a movie or none of that. Gotham is gritty. You can cut the budget like it's a TV show cut the budget, and still do a good movie to be viewed on a computer screen or a TV. That's fine. Um, but it's not a flop in the way that they make like it is. What's so special about the Joker anyway? When you're different, when you're different and you know you're different, and people make you feel like you're weird or something is wrong with you because you're different, even if you're highly intelligent and smarter than other people. In the 90s, the internet is a thing. You can find other people that are that intelligent and that smart. But when Harley Quinn was introduced, you are made to feel like you're not accepted because you're smart, because you're weird, because you're different, because you're driven, especially as a female. That's different. So when you find a man that seems to, whether they do or not, seems to see your potential, seems to accept who you are, seems to get into places where other people couldn't get into, it's very easy to believe that person loves you. They know everything about you. They know you. They know how to push your buttons for right or for wrong. And because no one else has ever taken the time to accept your quirks or your intelligence or just think you're weird, it's very easy when a man knows you inside and out, knows these things, takes an interest in the things that you take an interest in, and seemingly, whether they are or not, seems to accept you and seems to build you up until they use you for their game, at which point you're already hooked. Like, well, you wouldn't have me doing these things if you didn't think I couldn't do them, and it's got to be something that you think I need to do, or I need to do this for you. Yeah, I get it. So why I'm so attached to Harley Quinn. Yeah. Oh, I like, if we get in the Snyder cut, I want the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. I want to see what they did with Suicide Squad that I didn't like. And I liked Suicide Squad. It only wasn't my favorite movie. Well, I watched Pop Star Never Stopping more often than I've watched Suicide Squad. But I liked Suicide Squad for what it was. Do I want to see the Ayer cut? Because I know that they really put the Joker being, they cut all of that out. And everybody wants to say Jared Leto was such a bad Joker. And I'm like, well, the Marvel Universe is any timeline. The DC Universe is right now. And yeah, the Joker would be a fucking gangster. And the Joker would do shit like this. And there are scenes in Suicide Squad that were supposed to be different. Like Harley Quinn was supposed to have some hesitation because the Joker was like, no, you about to fuck Common. She was supposed to have some hesitation. He was supposed to try to kill her by pushing her out the helicopter. Not pushing her out the helicopter to save her. It wasn't the love story that they put in the original cut that DC demanded because it tested better. We were supposed to see the Joker really being abusive towards Harley Quinn, and that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see not this trailer house, a bunch of goddamn songs where y'all blew your whole budget for making the first half an hour of the movie a trailer and then repeat another trailer. What was the story you was trying to tell? The Joker did say in the movie, like Batman, he had a grill because Batman knocked all his teeth out. They recut stuff to make it seem like the Joker really loved Harley Quinn. That's not what the movie was supposed to be. He was supposed to be extremely abusive to her. I want to see that because that makes more sense now when we get Birds of Prey and she gets emancipated. It takes for her to go outside and play roller derby, and they be like, she's just gonna go back to him and feel that bad about herself, because then we would have seen how bad he really treated her for what we saw. Well, he's just gonna go back to her. From what we saw, he loved her. He pushed her out of a helicopter to save her life. It was her choice all the way along. There was no manipulation. She he came to save her a couple times, disarmed her thing, pushed her off the helicopter to save her, not to kill her. Um, there was a lot. The whole thing with the Joker and Harley Quinn is it was supposed to show people what a woman in an abusive relationship and what their psychology was. That's what it was supposed to be. That's what it was in the original cartoon when we introduced Harley Quinn. That's what it's supposed to fucking be. They were supposed to have done that in the Suicide Squad. They cut it different. So sure, show the Snyder cut, because I want to see the air cut of Suicide Squad where the Joker really fucked Harley Quinn over. I need to see it. Well, David Lopez, I didn't even see what you said, but I think I answered that already. Yeah, 100%. Because they made Suicide Squad PG-13 when Suicide Squad should have been the last movie that was PG-13. And that's what I'm saying. And then y'all made Birds of Prey rated R, but Suicide Squad needed to be rated R for them to see the abuse that Harley Quinn went through so that we could see the real rise in Birds of Prey and how she came up off that. Because you know that script was in development immediately after Suicide Squad. Oh, Suicide Squad makes it like she just broke up with her boyfriend. That he just was not shit. We've all had boyfriends that ain't shit. No, we need to see her break up and come into her own after being in an abusive relationship. That is what Harley Quinn stands for. You can rise from the ashes from being in an abusive relationship. That is why I love Harley Quinn. That is what needs to be represented. DC has yet to do that except for the Harley Quinn cartoon. The Harley Quinn cartoon has showed us that. No, she was abused. She was in an abusive relationship and she is rising from these ashes. She's fucked up for a while. And she thinks this is what I gotta do. She's taking revenge for a while. She's not 100% over him, even though she knows he's not good for her. The animated series is doing better than what the DC Cinematic Universe did with Harley Quinn. That is what Harley Quinn was here to do. To show a woman in an abusive relationship getting up out of that shit and all the steps it took, and the fact that she was that smart and she was a PhD and she was a Olympic hopeful for a gymnast. Like, this was a smart, talented woman, and it's showing how somebody can get into an abusive relationship and how somebody gets out of it. That's the whole point of Harley Quinn. That's why I connect with Harley Quinn. That's why. Everybody always says, like, oh, I would never let a nigga put his hands on me. And that's great for you. But it does happen to some of us. Even if we know better. The manipulation is fucking real. And that's what Harley Quinn represents to me. And that's why I love Harley Quinn so much. And the DC universe did kind of fuck it up. I'm just going to be honest. Not the DC universe, the DC cinematic universe. Kind of fucked it up. But the cartoon is fucking yelling. But the cartoon is fucking nailing it. Now, do I think that they rushed the now she's interested in Poison Ivy? They're rushing it a little bit. They realize they don't know how long this is going to last. Yeah, Clockers is actually really good too. So was, but I'm a theater kid. So was Chirac. But I'm a theater kid, and I also was an English major, so I knew about Lizzie Strada, and I knew like where that came from. Best thing fucking Nick Cannon ever did. But do I think that DC? No, I think that that's why DC thought the Suicide Squad and Suicide, I mean not Suicide Squad, and Birds of Prey should have been rated R. You have a fucking trained assassin. You have Harley Quinn, who is literally a psychotic murderer. Okay, we're not going to leave out the fact that Harley Quinn, really intelligent, is psychotic. She has suffered a psychotic break from being in an abusive relationship. And they're now cleaning her up in the comics that she's getting better and all of that. But we're not going to take away from the fact that she is psychotic and she can't snap. I think that they don't have to shy away from R-rated material. They definitely don't have to shy away from it. I feel like instead of them trying so hard to compete with Marvel and get movie money, which is proven now to be futile, because I don't know how many people is really rushing to go back to the movie theater. It's proven to be futile. Just make movies for your streaming service with a reasonable budget. You ain't got to have $110 million budget. Cut it in half and make it $55 million. And make a decent movie to keep your subscriber base. That's what you do. Because if I had to go see, because the Marvel Universe, as much as they want to say it's not, it's over. You close the chapter. I don't care about Shang-Li and the Ten Rings or whatever it is. That sounds racist. I just really don't know what the name is. It's Shang-Li. It's something Li. Shang-Li. I don't care about fucking Mahershala Ali and Blade. I don't care about the next Captain Marvel. I don't care about the Avengers that's left. That's why you're doing a TV crossover and shit with the people that's left, and you're doing TV shows, because you know nobody's going to care about the movies no more. We don't care. Tony Stark is gone. The Taika Waititi Thor movie that's supposed to be like the 80s throwback sounds fucking cool, but I never watched a fucking Thor movie a day in my goddamn life. I don't care. So, and then coronavirus happened. The fucking Marvel Universe is dead in the water. What you do have, DC, is your streaming service, and you have your streaming service, and that's what's boss right now, because guess what? Motherfuckers ain't loving Disney Plus. Disney Plus got a whole bunch of Disney Channel shows, and unless you are 25 to 18, no one cares. If DC can combine HBO Max and DC Universe and charge $20 a month, then you can do a Birds of Prey sequel. You can do a Birds of Prey series and make just as much money. It don't gotta go to the theaters. Nobody is rushing to go back to a theater no more. We already was slowing that shit down when we got stuff like Roma and The Irishman and A Marriage Story and things that was streaming anyway that you was only eligible for an Oscar because it was only in 6 theaters in LA anyway. Guess what? The majority of us don't live in LA. So we waiting for it to come on Netflix anyway. That was already dying. Now with the coronavirus, it's over. Stream the shit. So what you do, because you know that many people don't get 3D and 4D TVs, is you reduce your budget a little bit because you ain't got to worry about nobody coming to the theater for 3D and 4D. You still do your product placement to get your little money up to do your movies. And you do shorts. You do shorts to tide people over because they're not going to the theater. You do what happened after Harley Quinn left the Birds of Prey, and you do a little half an hour short about her running to fucking Catwoman and Poison Ivy, and now it's Birds of Prey versus the Gotham City Sirens. You do like an hour special of that while you're making the movie to give somebody a taste. It's streaming now. Nobody's waiting 2 years. All them conventions, D23, San Diego Comic Con, those shits is dead in the water, folks. It's over. You gotta do the shit online now. Why not do it on your own fucking service? Nobody's gonna wait 2 hours, 2 years for something to come on a streaming service because we got a new trailer here and there. Start doing little bits. Start making some of this shit movies. Marvel was ahead of the curve on that. Capitalize on that. Make some of this shit TV shows. Hell, do the Kill Bill thing. Give me an animated series for an hour to tell me what happens between Birds of Prey and Gotham City Sirens. Give me an hour-long thing of what happens between this Suicide Squad and the next Suicide Squad. And you have it animated. It's cheaper. But you have to have the streaming service to do it. Marketing has to be different now. Well, it's going to be bundles again. Just like it was with cable. It's going to be bundles. You can get this, this, and this, and this. Hulu's already doing it. You can get Disney Plus and Hulu and this and this and this and Fox and National Geographic. It's always going to be some shit you don't want. I ain't pressed to have Disney Plus. I'm 42 years old. I ain't never got to watch Lady and the Tramp again. I'm good. I know the story of Lady and the Tramp. I know the story of Aladdin. I know the story of Cinderella. I know the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I know the story of the Wizard of Oz. I don't never got to watch that shit again in my life. Now, for those of y'all that are like 19, 20, 21, yeah, y'all might have seen it for the first time 5 years ago and never see it again. I've seen all that shit enough times for a fucking lifetime. I don't never get to see it again. And I'm not a motherfucking Marvel head like that I gotta see any of them movies again. I'd like to see Endgame. Never seen it. I can get a Disney Plus trial once they say Endgame is on there and watch it and get right the fuck back off. It's fine. This is where they fucking up at. Streaming services for nostalgic people. There is not a PBS Max. Hey, 1993. It better not be a PBS Max. Like BritBox. Yeah, I like British television, but I'm American. I love British television. I'm not paying y'all to watch British shows. Them shits is on YouTube somewhere. Like, we're in the era that everybody is so nostalgic that you gotta rewatch shit. Yes, there are movies that I like to rewatch. I am super excited that Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story is on Netflix. You know what else I got? Walk Hard, Dewey Cox, the unrated version on DVD. I own it. Yeah, I'm hyped. Clue is on Amazon. You know what else I got a DVD of? Clue. Streaming service is about nostalgia and it's easier because it's less clutter. But when I tell you how many DVDs is in fucking 93 right now, the shit I want to watch again, I will. I'll pay for it. I'll buy it. Now you want me to buy shit digitally. You want me to pay $20 for Birds of Prey to watch once. When the DVD, because I don't need a Blu-ray. I'm old school. Clear don't make a goddamn difference to me. I'm blind as a fucking bat. Clear don't make a goddamn difference to me. I'll wait 2 years and buy the DVD for $10, $5. It's fine. Oh, Amore, you're so late to the conversation, but welcome. Yes, I've watched both. I will be doing reviews of Legendary 1, 2, 3, and 4 because I will be having surgery on June 15th and I won't be able to talk for a little bit. And I will be uploading those and premiering those then. And Pose, after they was solid gold dancers, I hated it. We already had the conversation about Ryan Murphy always fucking some shit up. So, there's that. I never watched Pose again after the Solid Gold episode. Like, really? Ryan Murphy, you go into your own wish fulfillment a little bit too much for not doing fucking fantasy. A mess. A mess. A mess. Oh, honey, I've only been watching Legendary because my mom still has HBO. We're gonna be changing that shit next week and getting the cheaper package because it was my dad that never wanted to cheap the package, and the amount of money that my parents were paying for cable would have been my car payment. No. God bless you, but no. But all these streaming services, I'm getting real fucking close. I gotta order these shoes for this wedding because I'm about to cancel Amazon. I was supposed to cancel it this week. But some shit came on Amazon I wanted to watch and I didn't cancel it. But after next month, it's canceled. I'm gonna get these shoes for this wedding I'm supposed to get. And it's canceled. Because Amazon, with everything going on, the whole point of Amazon is, oh shit, this is the challenge for RuPaul's Drag Race. Let me order this. Oh wait, it's gonna take a week to get here. Then what's the point? If I don't get the 2-day shipping, what the fuck do I have you for? Your fucking catalog ain't that dope. Real shit. Your catalog is mostly self-uploaded, which is why Dragula was on Amazon, by the way. Your catalog is mostly self-uploaded. And the real good movies you gotta pay for. Or I'll be like, oh, this is on Amazon, and I'll click on fucking Hulu and Netflix, and it's on there too. Amazon's deal for movies fucking sucks. For the 12 of y'all that's in here, happy fucking Pride Month. I just gave y'all a gift. Because I bet you for every 3 movies out of 10 you want to see, 2 of them is on Hulu or Netflix for much cheaper. Because they don't get a lot of exclusives unless they produce the movie. They don't got a lot of exclusives. And I'm at 3 out of 10. I said if out of 3 out of 10 you want to see, 2 is on Hulu or Netflix, is being generous. Why y'all think Dragula disappeared off of Amazon so fast and went to Netflix? Because they made some kind of deal. And once they showed their last episode, that's why the shit wouldn't be on time, because they was self-uploading that shit. And once the shit, they got a whole season, then Netflix bought it. I'm hip now. And I will not keep Amazon, which is more expensive than every other streaming service, just to review Dragula ever again. Because I can just review it when everybody else see it when it come on Netflix. If listen, I'll put it to you like this with Dracula. I do not like horror movies. I don't like gore. It has to be commercially over the top. I don't like gore. I don't like scary movies. I don't. I didn't fuck with Child's Play till it was comedic. I didn't fuck with Jason till it was in Youngstown, which was like Friday the 13th, like 9. I've never seen a Freddy Krueger movie. I don't fuck with horror at all. Dracula, I could do. I don't like gore at all. I like comedic gore. Um, I can do Tragedy Girls. That's another one of the movies that like didn't do nothing, but was like really good. Who has two X-Men because it has Storm and Negasonic Teenage Warhead are the leads. Um, before they got these movies, but um, comedic gore I can do. Um, like Ash versus the Evil Dead I can do. I don't do scary. No, Brandon, I don't do scary. I don't do scary. Hey, Graphic Jack. Did you really, Graphic Jack? That's amazing. Hi, Graphic. Yeah, no. But I can do Dracula. Dracula, if you can do American Horror Story, you can do Dracula. And that's real. If you can do American Horror Story, you can do Dracula. Yeah, no, I can't. No, no, I don't do that. But if you can watch American Horror Story, you can do Dracula. Oh, did you take a picture of it, Jack? I want to see it. Have I ever seen a movie called High School High? You do realize I'm black, right? And I'm like 42 years old. Yes, I've seen High School High. Like a rhinestone cowboy. Rhinestone. Yes, I've seen High School High. Yeah, send it to me. I don't want to see it. I want to see it. It sure is a lot of traffic out for it. There's been a checkpoint. I love how, this is what I'm saying. You want to know how scary this area is? They always have like checkpoints, right? They decided they was going to have a checkpoint tonight because so much stuff has been going on. But the protests were literally in Youngstown. Do you know where the fucking checkpoints was at? I'm home. I wouldn't have been driving anyway if I had been at my apartment. It was up there in the motherfucking outskirts where my apartment is at. In what I affectionately call Whiteyville. That's not a racial slur. I'm just saying there's not a lot of black people there. Not a racial slur. Whiteyville. Oh, y'all so scared of what's going on in Youngstown that y'all have the checkpoints in the outskirts. And not the outskirts is like real close to Youngstown, but the outskirts. Like, right. Oh, John Lovitz is great. But here's something I would like to say to y'all. Y'all got y'all favorite YouTubers. I'm sure I'm not y'all only YouTuber that I watch. Because I'm subscribed to a gang of YouTubers. So I know that I'm not your favorite YouTuber. You may not be subscribed to YouTubers and you watch them all the time. Please pay attention and see what they're saying about what's going on. There have been countless people that I would have never thought said anything. Fact Fiend, who was out of the UK. I thought Jake Yonsei likes to keep his channel drama free, relatively, like not political. He did a segment on Black Lives Matter. Jack Saint, who was out of the UK. Of course, my family, I consider it to be my sister channel, whether they do or not, because them is my sisters over there. IMHO have done it. Of course, you have your James Caldwell's, your Alexander Rogers, your Kelly Love, of course, because those are black YouTubers. They're going to say something. But pay attention to your YouTubers that are staying fucking silent, and pay attention to the YouTubers that you like. I got to give a shout out to Musical Hell, too. Because Musical Hell literally, and I never saw anything wrong, and I've watched every episode of Musical Hell. I remember when Musical Hell didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. And I've been fucking with Chrissy over there for a while, before she even had 1,000 subscribers, and then she blew up over at Musical Hell, who literally checked her privilege and has taken down a couple of videos because of things that she said that I didn't even think that was bad. Pay attention to YouTubers that are staying silent, and pay attention to YouTubers and seeing what they're saying. Because if they're staying silent, or they're not trying to understand or trying to figure some things out, I know for a fact, because if you fucking with me, y'all ain't fucking with Jake Paul, where he decided he wanted to go out and loot. There's always been problematic YouTubers, but they really showing their true colors now, and please pay attention to who's speaking on it, who's staying silent, who's saying the wrong thing. Please pay attention, and know in your heart, don't support those people. Please do that. And I'm saying that not as a YouTuber, but as a fan of YouTube. And I've seen such an outpouring from YouTubers that I didn't even think knew what was going on, or didn't expect them to say anything. But once they started saying anything, I realized silence is death. And that I know that I'm political and I'm going to speak on it. And it wasn't about what other YouTubers did. But now that I'm seeing these other YouTubers step forward, and companies and all these things, whether it's real or not, and whether it's publicity or not, you not doing anything really makes you a piece of shit. And you saying anything against it really makes you a piece of shit. So please pay attention to who you're following on YouTube. Please do that. Well, I don't have a link for nobody to donate. When you're on YouTube, for some people, we're not all professional YouTubers. I'm not a professional YouTuber. Life goes on. You don't, it's the same thing I said earlier today, and I know some of y'all were not here when I was talking about Kanye West, who has set up a college fund for George Floyd's daughter to go to school, has given money to his family where they never have to work again. Did he say anything? No. But he did what he could. Don't make like because nobody had time to put a link in their description and nobody did a video about it doesn't mean they don't care. And yeah, some people are just going to say anything, but pay attention to the motherfuckers that ain't saying shit. You have to do what you can. I can't donate anything. But when there was a protest in my city, I went. And I showed a little bit of it. Everybody can't do everything. You don't know where everybody's city is. You don't know how dangerous it is in everybody's city. And you don't know everybody's financial situation. But at least if you have a following of people and you say something, you're doing something. We're not going to shit on people because they didn't put a link. We're not going to shit on people because all they did was say something, because maybe that's all they can do. But they did something. What about the motherfuckers that are doing nothing? Anybody see anything from the Cinema Snob? Anybody see anything from Channel Awesome? Did they say anything? Did they do anything? all them Channel Awesome motherfuckers. I ain't seen shit from fucking movie nights, Allison Pregler, who I supported vehemently through the change the channel shit. You say anything? So we're not gonna knock because they didn't donate money or they're not putting links. Did they do anything? This is what I'm saying. Did they do anything or did they stay silent? Because if they did nothing, at least some channels are doing something. Even if they're saying something at the beginning of a video. Even if they're doing a community post. But did you do anything? Or did you stay silent? You don't know what somebody else can do. I have not put a link to an organization because I need to make sure your organization is legit. And I haven't had the time to do that type of research. I'm not going to be like the United Way where you donate all that money and only 10% of the money goes to somebody. And you spread up that little 10% to 20 different organizations, but 90% goes to you running the United Way. I'm not going to do that. So everybody doesn't have the time. Some people are still working. Some people are not full-time YouTubers. But did you say something? Did you use your platform for any type of good? Did you say anything? Because even a fake message will get through to somebody. You feel me? Did you say anything? Because even a fake message will get to somebody. And I want to go back to the Kanye conversation because I know some of y'all weren't here for that. It's not your business, really, if I donated money or anything. It's not your business. But I feel like if you have a platform, it is your obligation to do something. I'm worried about the motherfucker that don't do anything. It is your obligation to do something. If you don't do anything, that's when I have a problem. So if you did just make a community post, you got 100,000 subscribers, you made a community post, or do you want to be Jake Paul and what you decided to do is capitalize on, look, I'm looting. That's what I'm saying. Or were you somebody that even just did a community post that said, we stand with the Black Lives Matter movement? Whether you donated money or put a link or not, did you do anything? That's what I'm concerned about. You know, I'm black and I'm proud. So, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, you don't gotta put a link. I'm not saying you gotta be Dr. Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. But as this is something that's going on in the United States and globally, it is being addressed. And you have a platform. I don't give a fuck if you got 100 subscribers. I don't give a fuck if you got 100,000 subscribers. I don't give a fuck if you got 3 million. Did you say anything? Did you do anything? You ain't got to put a link in your subscription. You ain't got to donate money, but did you say something? That's what I'm concerned about. Did you do anything with your fucking platform? That's what I care about. Oh, well, we already know that. The United States, and this is a fact, the United States are the leaders of the free world. If it ain't free here, it ain't free for none of y'all. Understand that. What I'm saying is if you have a platform, if you have the money to donate, donate. If you have the platform to say something, say something. If you have the time and you don't have to be at work and there's a protest, go down, see what's going on. But if you do nothing and it's just fucking silence, those are the motherfuckers on YouTube I want y'all to pay attention to. I don't gotta write a community post. I posted that I was at the protest. I've been fighting this fight on YouTube forever. I've been saying what I needed to say. I went to the protest and showed y'all. I just want to let y'all know, I ain't just talking this shit. I'm down here. This is what's going on. I did a video where I just fucking stood and all y'all seen was my crotch for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I did what I could do. Some people ain't got time to do nothing but a community post. Some people can raise money. Some people, but did you do anything? I'm concerned about the motherfuckers that did nothing. Did you do anything? It's not about fucking money. It's never been about money. It's about fucking rights of fucking people. Did you do anything? Watch the YouTubers that did nothing. That's all I'm saying. And some of them motherfuckers is talking out the side of their neck. I bet Grace Randolph ass ain't say shit. I bet Grace Randolph ain't say shit. Or are you gonna talk about how this is impacting the goddamn box office? Watch him. Jake Paul's idea of a good video was, I'm gonna go looting. When we wasn't even the motherfuckers that started the looting. That was a fucking setup. And he fell for it. And if you still follow him, then shame on you. Watch who you support. Because anybody that stays fucking silent is not worth your time. Because I don't give a fuck if your view only gives them 1/10 of a fucking percent. Don't give it to them. All I'm saying. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. I have seen YouTubers that are not even in America make a statement. And I'm like, wow, I would have never even thought. No shade. Not that I was looking for you to say anything, but you did. And it meant the world to me. Well, I don't know about all that shit either. You know what the fuck you tweeted before you fucking tweeted. I don't forgive Evan Peters. I don't forgive Drew Brees. Think before you tweet something. I don't forgive Manila Luzon. Know what you tweet before you tweet it. Pay attention. Apologies ain't real easily accepted in this bitch. Not on this shit. You have a platform, you have to know what the fuck you say. And an apology does not erase what you said and deal with the consequence. You're typing it out. Take 3 seconds to read what the fuck you said before you hit send. And alcohol and drugs are not an excuse. Watch how many people type some shit and say they got hacked. Watch how many people type some shit and say they ended up going to rehab in the next 2 or 3 days. Watch it. Only a mental illness will make you say some shit you don't mean. Outside of that, a drug addiction, you drunk, you high, now you say exactly what you fucking mean. That's the whole thing. Alright, I'm out. This is